What is up, you guys, and welcome back to Sport Champs, Street Champs exclusive sports podcast. To my man right, we got Dave on a blanket.
Yes, sir.
To my left, we got Winston in the cut, talking to his realtor.
Yep, earlier.
Some real business, some realtors, dude.
Yep.
Are being done, right?
They are.
It's awesome. You're dripped out in the Nuggets. I'm dripped out in the UFC. He's dripped out in some Super Bowl madness, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? He beat us on the drip, so I think we got to start with the NFL. Super
That's
Bowl
fair.
weekend. I wish I had like a Super Bowl thing. Like, here. I wonder if we could look. I'm going to look up. What's a Super Bowl song? Do we have a Super Bowl song?
If
Should I just play Rihanna? Should I just play Rihanna?
Sound.
The Fox sound.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the best NFL sound, if you ask me.
Here,
They
I
have
got
that
you.
NFL
Fox
films.
Super Bowl.
NFL films.
What if this is the thing to get us like completely unmonetized?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The NFL thing?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They don't play games like that.
You know what's funny? I typed in... Okay, hold on. Let's see. What if we just play the sound? I don't know if we could play NFL on Fox theme music. Probably not a good idea on that one. I just want like the little Super Bowl sound. Come on, dude. No, I'm not going to find it. It's okay. But let's start with Super Bowl talk, man. You are dripped out in this blanket, dude. You brought a blanket for
I
this
definitely
shit.
brought
Why
this.
did you bring a blanket?
First of all, this is an all-white official stitched Mahomes away jersey. The exact jersey we'll be wearing in the Super Bowl, with the exception of it'll have a little Super Bowl patch.
Damn.
So
Why don't you have a Super Bowl patch? We need to get you one.
yeah, facts. That being said,
Yeah.
it's a white jersey. As you guys may know, I very rarely wear white T-shirts. You probably never even see me in a white T-shirt, to be honest.
Yeah, and I'm rough in a white T-shirt.
But as soon as you put a seatbelt on, that thing has a stain on it. So
Facts.
instead, I was like, I'm not going to risk it, but I was like, I have to rep the drip because third Super Bowl in 5 years. You already know. Mahomes just got MVP last night.
Yo, ZZ is so mad that Deryk locked her out. Yo, ZZ, I'm
she's
sorry.
big mad.
She's ignoring me too.
But the reason I brought the blanket, though, is because I didn't want to risk getting any, like, accidental dirt or, like, cross-contamination going. You already know.
Especially on these pristine futons of the Street Champs headquarters.
Yeah. But
These things,
and
these are pristine if I haven't seen pristine. Am I right,
Sure.
Winston?
Oh, pristine as it gets, especially when it comes to backwoods. For sure.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
move on the blanket, dude. I mean, what kind of blanket we got here? We got some
so this blanket,
Egyptian cotton. It's 600 threads.
nah, it's not that fancy. It came from, shout out the University of Missouri Hospital. It's one of the blankets from there.
This man is sitting on a Missouri.
Someone died in that blanket, bro. I don't know if
Why are
this
you
is good
sitting
luck.
on a hospital blanket? That made it way more weird.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
They're nice blankets.
I would not.
It felt like
I
a
would have
hospital
burned that
blanket.
shit. Yeah.
Nobody died on it.
That you
So-
know of.
Dude, this dude had to fold it in half for it to be like a blanket length. Like, look at how. Dude,
like
this
a
guy's sitting on
napkin.
a hospital blanket.
I see it.
I love it. We have Deryk coming out. Dude, she was crying for you. She loves you.
Really?
Yeah, she was genuinely pissed, huh?
It was.
All right.
But back
Steamroll it back to yeah.
foosball. You gotta like show out though. This is a crazy event.
I mean,
No, for
yeah.
sure.
we got the Super Bowl, or sorry, the league MVP versus the runner-up for league MVP. Like, I don't know if you guys watched the NFL honors last night.
Nope.
So Mahomes' speech was like a delivered virtual speech because he wasn't there because he's down in Phoenix. But it was pretty cool. Offensive Player of the Year was Justin Jefferson. No surprise there.
Yep.
DPOY was Nick Bosa. Comeback Player of the Year was Geno Smith. Dan Garland for the Giants was Coach of the Year.
Nice. I
It
agree
was
with
really
that.
cool. So on the MVP voting, Mahomes was almost unanimous, but Jalen Hurts got a vote, or some votes. Josh Allen got one vote, and then the medical responder who was giving CPR to Damar Hamlin got a vote, which
That's dope.
I thought that was
Damn, that's
amazing.
pretty fire.
That made me
That's
really
pretty sick.
happy. And then like seeing Damar Hamlin, he gave a speech at the NFL honors, which was awesome.
Seen that.
Just embracing everybody, thanking everybody. Definitely galvanized the NFL community in a way that they didn't really realize they could have needed per se. But it's always kind of like a microcosm of like society, you know what I mean? So I embraced those things. NFL honors was dope. Super Bowl. I can't even believe we got number 1 seed versus number 1 seed. We almost never get this.
You were so hype on that game. And you know what? We should talk about the actual games that went on to get to the Super Bowl, too. Let's not I did not mean to do that.
This is Jurassic Park, dude. What's going on?
Yeah. It's because I looked up Super Bowl sound
Okay.
on YouTube. And when I pulled it up, it just started playing. Okay. That made me forget exactly what we were doing.
You're pulling up the games.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the
previous
conferences.
games. I mean, the Chiefs had a bye. The Eagles had a bye. Most of the time, the teams that get to the Super Bowl are in the wild card, typically.
Mm-hmm. The hungry ones.
Yeah, because they're on a hot streak. But, they pulled it out.
All right, man. Let's talk about these conference championships. I'm going to let you take the lead for this Chiefs-Bengals game, dude.
I mean, it was like
Let's just quickly recap
it was
these,
what we
'cause everybody
expected.
knows what happened, but...
It was what we expected. It came down to who maintained like composure when it comes to those two quarterbacks. Those quarterbacks' games are always decided by 3 points, and that's what it was. And then the crazy thing is like Mahomes with the ankle injury. Some people question how significant it was by the time he played against him that day. But that last second play when he was rushing out of bounds on a bum ankle, and then Osai, I think his last name was the player who threw him for the late hit. Thank you.
Yeah, straight up.
Thank you.
I mean, to say Harrison Butker couldn't have tried for a 60-yarder right there, I don't even think they humor that. I don't think Andy Reid wants to get a kick six moment on his career against a team like that. He just takes his chances in overtime. We could have got to see the first overtime where both teams get the ball no matter what.
That'd have been dope.
That would have been
Yep.
crazy. But Pat Mahomes and company does it again
What's your thoughts on the reffing?
for the Super Bowl.
Ooh,
No,
good topic.
from the AFC Championship game.
Good topic.
I don't have any like vivid memories of having like moments where I was just like bewildered. So it's great. I think they kind of let him play. But the thing that has me scared is Carl Chafers is reffing the Super Bowl. And when we played against the Steelers, when Le'Veon Bell went off against us, we didn't score a touchdown with Alex Smith. That was in like the wild card. Chafers penalized us for like over 120 yards. When we were playing against Oakland, Las Vegas, in the game that I witnessed, if I'm not mistaken, Chris Jones had a huge strip sack fumble play where he came away with the ball, and they ruled he came down with him on his weight, took that play away. So this ref has had like a vendetta. Like he's the ref that Kelsey, after that playoff game against Pittsburgh, said he shouldn't even be able to, or shouldn't be allowed to work at Foot Locker, and then they fined him. So Carl Chafers gives me nightmares, to say the least. He's not a let him play type of ref. So we'll see. Super Bowl's got me worried for that reason. Other than that, the reffing was completely competent in the AFC Championship game that I remember. I'm sure we got some favors.
There's a
lot of people that disagree. I was just curious what your
Yeah,
what your
there are a lot
perspective
of people
was.
that think you're crazy.
I don't like.
You remember that fifth down
all I
play
remember
that they
is
got?
people bitching.
No, that was a fair call because if
People
you
were
look, no one could
mad,
hear
dude.
before the
They're
ball got
hot.
snapped. You could see the refs running out, waving his arms. Ball hasn't been snapped. They can't hear it because Arrowhead was rolling. And they like
Arrowhead was hot.
It's the loudest stadium in
It was
sports.
loud, dude.
It's I've been there, bro. It's like a jet taking off. Like you feel it in your heart. It's so loud, the roar. Like I lost my voice at Arrowhead, so it's That was a just like sure was that in like the officiating could have done better, maybe. Like
I need to see a Dave in Arrowhead, dude. This guy probably goes
It
crazy.
was at Arrowhead, but the Chiefs had the ball. So, like, when you're on offense, your team's on offense, you're not trying to make a whole bunch of noise.
Facts.
So, like, to say it was super, super loud, like, maybe. But I don't think that's, like, it's Arrowhead.
It's loud in between them calling
Again,
plays.
the
It's
ref
only
runs
quiet
out
when they're
with-
actually playing, you know?
The ref
They were
runs out
playing.
going like this, and he's
Yeah,
got his
you're right,
whistle
you're
in
right,
his
you're
mouth. Like it's not. They wouldn't strategically like acknowledge him on the field and then try to run a play because you don't get awarded for that play. The reward is you try again. Does that make sense? There's no yardage awarding. Like let's say he threw a bomb in that play, and, like the ref's not gonna run back off the field and be like, never mind. Like if he did that, that would be sus as fuck.
Now pause. Let's talk about what went wrong. Like what are these plays that everybody's saying that?
So there was
went wrong?
the fifth down.
Because there's a few of them, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not just one
Yeah,
instance.
there's the
we're
fifth
talking about.
down. There was the third and long where he got called for intentional grounding, even though the running back was right there. And then they ended up converting like a 4th and 16 to extend the drive, or maybe it was 3rd and 16. I don't remember, but there was those two instances. Obviously, the last play of the game where he pushed him out of bounds, that was totally a flag and was stupid. Even though it wasn't intentional, still flag. Those two ones were the biggest ones for sure.
Oh,
there
yeah.
was other ones as well, but
Very significant moments.
those are the ones to me where I was like, I don't think the NFL's rigged or anything like that, but I was just like, these are not good calls, and this is not good reffing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those are the only two ones.
What do you think about that?
I don't have a rebuttal to that.
Yeah.
Interesting. No, just trying to stir the pot.
Yeah, but so
I just like it because it was honestly the biggest thing that I've seen.
It was.
Because you know me, I like, especially when I'm enjoying sports, I like to go through Twitter and check out sports Twitter and see what everybody thinks and like what, be involved in it too. I like to
No.
live tweet while I watch it as well. But
I mean, I will say that the energy,
that was a big thing.
the energy that's going into the internet, like exposing of how they disagree with certain calls.
See, I don't like the whole rig bullshit.
No, I'm not
too,
saying
either.
that.
Get outta here with that.
Like the energy that people are using to distaste towards the refs and everything. I think there's a common theme in the no backhanded pun, but the Chiefs are basically they're like the Patriots right now. Seemingly, they just keep winning. They're back at it again for the AFC. So you accumulate a lot of haters because you're gonna piss a lot of people off when you're doing so good. Mm-hmm. So in a way, I kind of view the distaste as motivated by their success, if that makes sense. So everyone has that. Like LeBron has mad haters, unwarranted. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's that for the Chiefs yet. I think after this season it will be, but I don't think it was like that for the Bengals-Chiefs game because...
Well, I just look at it like when the Chiefs played the Bills last year in the divisional round and we had the 13-second miracle and won in overtime.
Yeah.
They changed the rules after that game, and I'm not mad at them changing the rules because if those rules would have been in effect when we played the Patriots,
exactly,
that would have benefited us.
And
so
people were complaining back then, and people were complaining.
We asked for it, and they said no. So it would have the year it would have benefited us, or the year after it would have benefited us. They said no. The year after it would have benefited the team we were playing against. It happens. I'm not pointing towards any grand conspiracy with that. I'm just saying we have less to go off of, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it happens once. You're like, maybe we'll think about it. It happens twice. You're like, yeah, we should probably do that. It happens 3 times. You're like, yeah, we'll fix this. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's nothing like you were just the first trial type of deal. Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm excited for the Super Bowl.
Can't wait.
You're worried about the refs.
Let's talk about this other game too.
Not grand
real quick.
conspiracy. I just think
Okay.
I just think the refs, Carl Schaefer's is a flag happy ref, and so I anticipate that.
I see you.
And I'm not saying just for the Chiefs. He can go both ways. I don't have any data to show that he just gives the Chiefs a H ton of flags compared to their counterparts.
Gotcha.
I just know that in really big pivotal playoff games where he was our ref, he's had some questionable calls.
Got you.
So better team wins typically. So I don't
Yep.
I don't play into that.
Ricky.
I love it. I mean, we don't even have to talk about the other game too, because 31-7. What do we say?
Yeah, Eagles
It's already
fucked them
2
up.
weeks removed.
Yeah.
They just ran the ball
They
a
just
lot.
fucked them up. So I mean, I feel like we should talk about predictions now for Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Who you got, Winston? Who you got, dude?
I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be relatively high scoring. I think so. My prediction is if the Eagles are up at the beginning, they're going to take it. If the Eagles or if the Chiefs are up at the beginning, they're going to take it.
You think the team that lags behind in the first half isn't going to redeem themselves?
Because the Chiefs can pass the ball a lot. The Eagles can't. So the Eagles are gonna they really like to run the ball. So they need to be up.
They can when they need to, though. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. They have really good wide receivers,
but
Goddard. They got Dallas Goddard.
Jalen Hurts is not super accurate. I mean, even in the 49ers game, there was multiple times where Jalen Hurts just missed their guy.
I don't know. He's been putting up points in fantasy, though. If we look at his
he runs, yeah.
Yeah, true. It's just rushing.
I think he had the most rushing
rushing
touchdowns for a quarterback in NFL
How much passing
history.
yards does he have this year?
He's got a decent amount, but like Devontae Smith made that crazy catch on fourth down at the beginning of the game. Like
they should have called, or if they would have called that back. I think if they
would've
challenged
changed the
that,
game.
that would exactly because he wouldn't have got it because he didn't secure the ball and it drags on the ground.
Yep.
And they rushed the play immediately.
Yeah. And then another play, Jalen Hurts missed A.J. Brown wide open for a touchdown.
On an island.
Yeah,
He was super open. So, like, he misses throws. And Mahomes doesn't really do that nearly as much.
And Jalen doesn't know what he doesn't know.
Newer quarterback in the...
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Jalen doesn't know what he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Not to say he can't rise to the occasion. He's been rising to the occasion this whole time. He's been
Look at
killing
their
it.
record.
If you look at the NFC Championship game, he had like 160 yards passing and like maybe one touchdown because they just kept doing RPOs at the goal line.
Yep.
And they got like 3 rushing touchdowns.
This is the same Eagles that lost to the Saints.
Now,
they lost to the Saints.
If you look
know
at
what I
their
mean?
whole record, though, the entire Eagles record, they haven't played outside of Dak Prescott, I don't think, one top 5 quarterback all year. If you go down,
I wouldn't even say Dak Prescott's top 5 quarterback.
so they're not even then. So they haven't legit faced if you want to.
You wouldn't say Dak's up there?
Fuck no.
Who's top 5 this year?
Mahomes,
Joe Burrow, Mahomes, Allen, probably maybe I don't think Burrow.
You don't think Burrow's up there?
Or not Burrow, Herbert. I don't think
Herbert.
Herbert's up
Yeah,
there.
no, I agree.
Probably Jalen Hurts, I guess.
Yeah. You guessed. No, he says he's guessing. Okay.
And then I don't know. Who else would you guys say?
I just wanted to put you on the spot.
Oh, okay. Well, you got me.
Maybe top 10? Do you think he makes top 10?
I think he's top 15.
Top 15? Okay.
Top 15, top 10.
Where would you place him? 12, 13 then?
Yeah, 12, 13, somebody like that.
Okay.
But with the Eagles and Chiefs, I think Eagles have a better offensive line and a better defensive line. And a lot of these games are won in the trenches.
Would you agree?
That's kind of. I think O-line's kind of a coin flip for those because they have such good O-lines on each side of the team. Like I can't say anything to say this is why we're better or that's why they're inferior. But
yeah,
like Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, Joe Thuney, Orlando Brown's been shit in the bed.
Yeah,
I'm just not even
Andrew
gonna.
Wiley. Who the fuck's that?
He's been there for on and off the team for a hot minute.
Andrew was watching our pod till you just fucking flamed him.
My bad, Andrew, but you ain't shit. I'm just kidding.
But I mean, we have the best center in football. Like Creed Humphrey.
All right, so we got on this. So who do you got then? I said predictions.
So, you know who I'm riding with.
Yeah,
I know who you're riding with.
Yeah,
I mean, you're sitting on a blanket.
I think the Eagles, they went in the trenches. I think the Eagles have a good secondary. Eagles have a better defense by far. I think.
No, you were getting to it. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm not. I don't
I'm
disagree.
sorry,
I don't disagree with that.
Chiefs have a better offense, but I think that in totality, the Eagles have better weapons. I think it's Mahomes and Kelsey. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much it, and then it's scheme after that. They just have a better offensive coach.
Juju is still good.
Yeah, but he's a possession guy. He's not gonna beat you deep.
No.
Like A.J. Brown is better than any wide receiver.
Juju wasn't the hottest this year either.
I'd say Devontae's better than any wide receiver the Chiefs have.
Ooh.
It's hard to argue that.
Yeah, but
Without Reek.
Kelsey's better than both.
Well, yeah,
A.J.
Kelsey's the best receiver on the field that whole game.
Exactly.
No one's disputing that.
So with that being said, I just think the Eagles have better talent on both sides of the ball. It just depends
Who shows up?
Can they put a game plan together to beat Andy Reid and Mahomes and Travis Kelce?
Let's talk injury too. Your guy is a little more hurt and a little more sick. I've been hearing too. Y'all been hearing about the sickness reports and shit?
No.
I hear there's some sick. Here, let me.
He's down with the sickness.
He is down with the sickness, like disturbed.
But no.
Here, I'm gonna pull it up.
Here's an unpopular opinion that I watched a couple of podcasts that even Bleacher Report felt this way. So I don't feel like I'm a lunatic for agreeing with it. But if you take away the mobility association that Jalen represents, and you just compare the rushing ability of both teams, Chiefs have kind of a better rushing room. Now, we're not going to have the two best, Isaiah Pacheco, 7th round draft pick. If you did the math, if he started every game, he would have had over 1,200 yards this season. So that's wishful math just to consider him a 1,000-yard gimme, whatever.
Let's put a pin in that.
We got
find it.
Jerick McKinnon, who's basically a wide receiver. He had 2 more touchdowns than Tyreek this year. So he's not a traditional running back, but he's really wise.
I was about to say, bro, he's getting all the passes.
And Clyde Edwards-Helaire just came off IR, so he'll be in the Super Bowl. I don't know what the hell they're going to make him do.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Maybe
players,
block.
though, let's talk this headline right here. Chris Jones, several Chiefs players battling illnesses ahead of the Super Bowl. They don't really know what type of illness it is right now.
Tainted meat, calling it.
He and several team. So this is Chris Jones saying
They're all
several teammates are feeling sick in days ahead of the Super Bowl.
They've all been listed as full participants every day at practice. The only
I wonder
person...
if this is just bullshit.
It's
this
not
is on Fox.
The only questionable person right now, so like L'Jarius Sneed came off of concussion protocol. He passed that, which is good. So he's eligible for the Super Bowl. But he was limited at this most recent practice because of like I don't know if it was ankle or what. I don't remember what it was listed, but he wasn't listed as a full participant. Every single other player, other than Mecole Hardman, who's back on IR because of his pelvis injury.
We still have several days for this too. Who knows like how sick?
Several days? 2 days?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of days. My bad,
they'll be fine,
asshole.
yeah.
And Mahomes should be like damn near 100 on that ankle. Maybe not 100, but
he'll be 100, bro.
They're gonna be 100.
He was fine in the AFC
They have
Championship
all the
pretty
best.
much.
Yeah.
I think being on a slightly bum ankle or an assumed fragile ankle in the AFC
As long as
Championship
no one
game
gets hurt again.
forced him to step up in the pocket at moments and throw the ball. And he used to, in the last AFC Championship game, he had those moments where he would do his little twirl because he has eyes in the back of his head, which is awesome. We've benefited from that almost every team, but not against the Bengals. The Bengals were like reading that. They were rushing right past. So this game he couldn't do that. And because he couldn't do that, and he had to take like an Alex Smith approach, almost a game management, but I can still arm throw this ball 55 yards, like feet planted.
The Eagles pass rush is really good, bro. They have Reddick, they have Sweat, they have Fletcher Cox. No, I don't think Fletcher Cox is still there. He might still be there. But they got this rookie from Georgia.
Yep.
Like, their defensive line is fucking legit, bro. And they have really good coverage linebackers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's really going to be a really good matchup. I'm really excited to watch the Chiefs offense versus the Eagles defense.
Yep.
I'm
It's gonna be a good game.
Less excited for Eagles offense versus Chiefs defense, but it'll be fun regardless.
I want to know what you guys think about have you guys been seeing on social media too about the leaked script or whatever the hell, and then they leak this like fake here, I wish I could pull it up.
I heard about the Adrian Foster thing where he's like, yeah, they give you the script at the
I heard
beginning
about
of the
that
year.
too, yeah.
That's a
I don't
joke.
even-
It was a joke.
When I even heard that, the context that I thought he was referring to wasn't like this is the predetermined outcome of games, more so like this is the team's plan for the year, and script is kind of like an outline of that. You know, I don't think he was contextually implying like, no, yeah, I know who's winning and losing every single game. You notice he never alleged that?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure he can be sued or fined by like whoever's responsible. Like, I don't think it's the SEC when it comes to like sports and stuff like that, because gambling's associated with it. It can't be rigged.
I can't even find it. I don't even care
was
enough.
silly.
But
It was fun.
Yeah, it was some.
It was really fun.
Not even, dude. I hate that
The
shit.
players
Like,
leaned
bro.
into it. They thought it was cute.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
Miles
Definitely
Garrett's
not.
like, I
It's
hate
just
my
such a
script. I hate it.
Weird thing.
Yeah.
That was funny. That
See what I mean?
but
Like
with
that-
this score, this fake score, and everyone sharing it like the NFL's rigged. Watch this be the score. It's gonna be. I hate that, bro. Like,
What do you guys think the score is going to be?
ooh, this is good.
My prediction, 31-24 Eagles.
Damn. How do you feel about that? And honestly, I didn't get to give my prediction. Will you hand me that Street Champs hat right there? I'm gonna agree with Winston here. Fly, Eagles, fly, dude.
Nice.
We're putting on the good old green just to go against you, dude. You brought a whole nice jersey and shit. I gotta, we gotta do something. Maybe I should just do one hat. Make it look
It's a good idea, yeah.
more official.
Nice.
Huh?
That was
Now I
pretty
look
fresh,
good?
dude.
Thanks, dude.
You look like you sell Kratom.
Yeah.
In a UFC shirt too.
Yeah. You're like, this
Street Champs.
Like, this batch is a little stronger, bro. Like,
Hey, do you guys like podcasts? You should check out Street Champs.
but yeah.
Yeah, let me know if you guys want Kratom.
So my prediction is obviously the Chiefs doing it, but it's
Yeah,
hard. It's like
I got fly, Eagles,
the over
fly.
on this game is like it's like 58 or
I think it's
going
gonna
to
be a
Oh,
close
really?
one,
I
dude.
believe it's like pretty high.
All right, so I'm calling it right now. So
Score. What's the score?
they're gonna go into. They're gonna go into. Hold on, I got to think of this intricately.
So over under while you're thinking 50.
30-30 goes into overtime. The Eagles take it.
Touchdown or field goal?
Touchdown
Touchdown.
to Devontae Smith.
So 36-0. Or 36-30.
30. I mean 36-0. Yeah. I mean,
36-30.
yeah. You made me say it.
Yeah, my bad.
36-30. Yeah. In overtime, and you're gonna be set.
They would get the ball back, so it would have to be 37.
I mean, you're assuming that they would score.
Wait, what?
I mean,
You
there's a
ruined
lot
my
of-
prediction,
Yeah,
dude.
your prediction was too like just 36-30 is your prediction.
Yeah.
In overtime.
Chiefs
Okay.
get the ball first, punt it, and then the Eagles score. They don't have to kick a field goal or an extra point.
Just boom.
Well, he didn't say
Devontae
that.
Smith. I said
That's-
to Devontae Smith.
That's what he was.
No, the punt part. That part.
Well,
Regardless,
That's what he
irrelevant.
meant. You just got to stick with it. I knew what you meant, dog.
yo, you're trying to blow this up, dude.
I'm trying to
Fly,
think of-
Eagles, fly, okay?
I
We should
feel-
start singing it, dude.
I don't know the song.
He's just like,
I'm trying to think of what score because I don't want to disrespect anybody.
Dave's like, fuck off.
I'm not trying to disrespect anyone. Just do what you think.
Well, I think the Chiefs are going to probably score like 35, and then the Eagles, I think, at best, will score like 28. So I think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Okay. The over and under is 50.5. So that's like 25, 26.
Give me those
would be
live odds,
over.
too, dude. What are
we got
sitting at?
Eagles.
I mean, not live, but
We got Eagles as
Money
the
line.
favorites, minus 122, and the
Oh, shit. This is
Chiefs
close.
underdog plus 104. Basically straight.
Yeah, that's all subject to change as soon as the game time approaches, too.
Oh, for sure.
Like, Drake just bet, I think,
this parlay is going to be
700,000 on the Chiefs.
Oh.
And he already bet against them against the Bengals and won, so.
But come on. You know that's not his money.
I mean, it's winnings.
They're giving him that. It's a promo.
For sure.
Yeah, maybe.
Regardless.
Is the Drake curse
Honestly,
real?
it might not be.
If the
But
Drake curse
still-
was real, it didn't affect them against the Bengals.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't
he
think
bet
the
it-
Drake curse is real.
He bet on the Chiefs against the Bengals.
Pretty
over
sure
$1
he was going
million
for
and
Amanda
won.
Serrano in her last fight too. She won.
Regardless,
Gotcha.
I just can't wait. And like, when you get into these high stake moments, you obviously it's going to be like an emotional game because you want to win, and I expect both teams to play their hearts out. But just getting to the Super Bowl is such an accomplishment in and of itself that like can't be more proud. You know, like it would be obviously better to win, but in the event that your team doesn't win, whether that be the Eagles or my team, the Chiefs, like it's still badass that you went.
Fly Eagles
Yeah.
fly, Derek. Check it out, dude.
Something
Did you know
that-
you had a Philadelphia Eagles hat sitting around?
Is that what that is?
No, it's a Street Champs hat, but it's green.
Something that is probably going to be talked about if the Chiefs win. People are going to be saying that Mahomes is going to be the next GOAT. That's going to be brought up because this is his second
He's the leading.
MVP.
Second MVP,
Second MVP. If he
Third.
wins another Super Bowl, it'd be his second Super Bowl.
third Super Bowl appearance in 5 years. He's
Dude's
only
a
been a starter
beast.
for 5 years.
Yeah, so it's it's pretty insane. So if they do win the Super Bowl, then there's going to be a ton of people saying that he's going to be the next GOAT.
Now, as a Chiefs fan, I'm just so proud and like enthusiastic with everything he's done. He surpassed any expectation I ever could have fathomed. You know, sitting here as a Chiefs fan, watching my team go to a third Super Bowl in 5 years, like what? Like
Yeah,
shit is intense.
we were the laughing stock of the AFC West for years, bro. Like we were good maybe twice my whole life, and then we got Andy Reid and everything changed, and so. I don't know, man.
Now they got him on a blanket.
I don't want to call him the GOAT.
hospital blanket.
a white blanket.
I have zero expectations for Mahomes moving forward. Obviously, I expect him to like play well and do what he continues to do. But to be like, I expect MVPs, I expect Super Bowl MVPs. That's pretty selfish. So I'm just trying to enjoy what we got and not put a label on it. Because if you put that like expectation, and then the next thing you know, in 2 years, if he like misses the AFC Championship game 2 years in a row, he goes from is he the GOAT to what happened to him, even if he's still in the playoffs back-to-back years. So
Yeah, but
I
I
don't
mean-
I don't want to put those expectations on him, and I don't think he's like. I like the analogy where it's like everyone compares Jordan to Bill Russell in the sense that Bill Russell's the winningest dude of all time, not the flashiest guy, played in his own era, whatever. Jordan was the eye test guy. Some people are saying that's Brady Mahomes now. It's way too soon to say that, but we can undoubtedly say Mahomes is having the most successful young career of all time, but I don't have that expectation to be of all time from now on. Like that's just you got to like be humble, you know? So
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any way he's going to win more than 7 Super Bowls.
nope, I don't see anyone.
There's no way that's going to happen.
Nope.
I think Mahomes is going to be the LeBron.
Exactly.
I think that's like, he's
and
not
I
mean,
going to be
it's
the
gonna be
GOAT.
so difficult.
At the pace he's going, he will be the NFL all-time passing leader and touchdowns leader. Again, he's going to regress logically, but let's say he doesn't
still
for whatever.
fire, bro.
At the rate he's going, by the time he's 36 years old, he'll have every record.
Oh, of course. I mean,
36. He's averaged 300 yards a game on his career.
oh, yeah.
That's unheard of.
Yeah, I mean, the
We got to
passing,
keep him healthy though.
Yeah, passing game has changed.
That's why that O-line.
And because who has Drew Brees has the record for passing yards?
Tom Brady.
Oh, Tom Brady has it. Yeah, he passed Drew Brees.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. And he has the passing touchdowns too, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Did you see the NFL is thinking about implementing? So like, there's those drop tackles where they're like you grab them by like their shoulders and then you like rip them to the ground. They're trying to outlaw those allegedly, at least to the quarterback, just because those are those moments when you just throw them, quarterbacks go limp and their head just bounces.
Yeah, there's so many things they're outlawing against quarterbacks. Like, guys can't do shit. They can't put their body weight on them.
Yeah,
like,
you have to land your tackle in a push-up position or they'll...
exactly, bro. Like, what the
Did
fuck?
you see when Chris Jones... Chris Jones' epic sack at the end towards Joe Burrow, he literally just grabbed him and then, like, laid him down. He didn't, like... Everyone was like, he threw him. Like, Mahomes got thrown many times. I mean, it is what it is.
It's hard to tell. Like, you can't throw guys to the
just
ground
like
either.
the holding call. Like, there's... Damn, ZZ. There's a holding call on every play. Some get called because of the significance.
Treats down, bro.
Some get called due to the significance of the outcome of the play. We all know this.
She knocked all of them down.
Yeah. Should be crazy. I'm excited. We'll see
I
what
can't
happens
wait.
afterwards.
I can't wait.
Let's go
Super
Chiefs.
Bowl. What snack are we looking forward to, guys?
I'm trying to get down on some brats.
Super busy.
Some brats.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Any plans? What plans are we doing?
I don't
I don't
no
have
plans.
plans of yet.
Would you say, Derek?
We could have a party here.
You just need
He's trying to gig.
You just need a bigger TV
I
to.
might be watching it with my parents. We'll see what's good. 7-layer dip.
Damn.
You guys can watch it at my parents? You guys want to go? Big TV? Since like I'm out.
I'll probably come to Deryk's, but I don't,
7-layer dip?
I don't know how Derek's gonna stream that shit.
I don't think he knows how to make
Yeah, I might
7-layer
just
dip.
watch. I might watch him at my crib, and then I was thinking about like making steaks because that's just Super Bowl.
This guy.
Nice.
This guy is awesome.
Hell yeah! So maybe we could do that if y'all wanted to pull up, eat some steak.
You're making free steak.
Right?
Derek's down.
He's getting a turkey fillet.
That sounds good too, dude.
It's gonna be dry.
It does kind of sound
I'm
good.
gonna microwave that hoe.
Oh, fuck.
Derek just brings a nice little cut of salmon.
Right? Salmon's good too.
Some good old salmon.
Any kind of food, if food's there, I'm there.
All right, man.
So now that we're done with football, is there any other
I don't
NFL?
think we have any football news, do we?
I mean, you could react to like Rookie of the Year. Like I already mentioned him earlier. Rookie of the Year for defense was Sauce Gardner. Well deserved.
Oklahoma and
for
Texas
sure.
to the SEC.
That's college in 2024.
2024.
Yeah, I
That's-
think that was decided a while ago.
it was official
really?
now. It was
Oh.
made official. So
They accepted it.
Officialized it.
So that's SEC is if it wasn't a bloodbath before.
It's SEC and Big Ten.
It's not even like, and still the
That's
SEC,
literally it.
like the SEC was like, there's no comparing it to one, like, I don't know, the level of competition there, like how many D1 players who come out of the SEC go straight into the first round versus the Big Ten.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, the Big Ten is definitely comparable to the SEC, but it's like its little brother.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
You have so many powerhouse colleges in the SEC that at any given year are good for it. You know what I'm saying?
You have Alabama and Georgia.
Alabama, Georgia, like again, recruiting has a lot to do with it, but I consider Auburn a really legitimate like SEC school.
They're not. They're all right.
Damn, Winston's calling them out.
I think it's Georgia and Alabama, and that's pretty much
LSU
it.
was hot for a sec. when they had-
LSU did have some good years. They had Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, and Jamar Chase, and ever since then they haven't been shit.
yeah, but that was one of the highest or like one of the best offenses in college
Oh, for
ever.
sure. And
Like,
Clyde Edwards-Helaire was a part of it too.
but other than that, isn't somebody getting sued that we're aware of? This is football news.
Someone's getting sued.
Some football adjacent news. Brett Favre, Mr. I don't have a legitimate nonprofit. Mr. Charity. He's allegedly suing Pat McAfee and Shannon Sharp. I don't know the exact specifics of it, but they were announcing that recently on Twitter.
Well,
I mean,
he's got to
don't
get
talk
his money.
shit, I guess.
He's
yeah.
got to get his money back. He's trying.
Bro,
Don't talk shit about Brett Favre.
bro, what happened to all these Copper Fit and motherfucking Wrangler commercials? Where you at, dog?
For real, dude.
Damn.
Damn, dude.
Dude, ZZ is on one today.
She's going in.
You all right, ZZ? Yo, how much catnip you give her?
0.
This is crazy. This is crazy, ZZ. All right, we don't have to deal with this.
The offensive, I forgot to mention, offensive rookie of the year was that wide receiver for the Jets.
we
Wilson? Garrett
Yeah,
Wilson?
yeah.
Damn, dude.
Two first rounders.
Yeah, the
first
Jets offensive
We
rookie
said
there
this.
and defensive rookie there. That's fire.
Damn.
We said they had the
that is
best
fire.
draft this past draft.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, and Garrett Wilson, Big Ten
Garrett,
player,
yeah.
Ohio State.
What else was I gonna say? Damn it, I forgot.
That's about it on the NFL news that I'm aware of. But
Yeah. Sean Payton's been going crazy,
Sean Payton.
Talking
Yep.
shit.
Yep.
talking shit about Russ.
backhanded.
Yeah, but it
Really?
is what it is.
Like what? Like saying what?
He's not letting his personal trainer and stuff in the building, and like he's basically saying
Sean Payton is?
Yeah,
Well,
he's
that's-
basically saying,
that-
Russ, you can't do what you did last year. You can't have your own office. And
Yeah,
shit
Russ
like
had
that.
a team office. He had like 13 parking spaces for him and all of his assistants.
13.
It's like 8 or 13. I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah, I don't know the number, but
Damn,
Regardless,
that's some celebrity ass
It-
shit. What the fuck is
it's,
that?
it's pretty bougie.
yeah,
but
that's what he's saying. He's like, we're not using social media.
but that initially started
Sean
when
Payton is
what's his name took over after.
he's scraping the paint, man. He's gonna repaint that motherfucker.
he's running this town.
He's
Shout out
running
Rihanna.
it. Hey, shout out Rihanna. Shout out Rihanna doing the damn thing.
Yeah. What's your number one song that you will be upset if she does not play for the Super Bowl?
If she doesn't play Rude Boy, I'm gonna be a rude boy, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be heated.
I mean, obviously,
Pissed.
I think mine's the most guessable one. Umbrella.
Umbrella.
If you don't play that
Dave's
shit.
gonna be going in.
Mine's work. If she doesn't play work, bro.
Oh, dude. This is a fire lineup. I don't
Dude.
know. I mean, come on.
She
Rude
better bring
Boy?
Drake on. If she doesn't bring Drake on, I'm gonna be so sad. She probably won't though, because I think he unfollowed her.
I don't think he should. Yeah.
I don't think they
No,
fuck
she'll
with
probably
her.
No, hold on.
Drake on, he's stealing your life.
No,
bro.
she-
I don't care.
What if she brings out ASAP?
don't care who you are.
That's her man's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she probably
They got a
will.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has to.
Is she gonna bring the baby on stage?
Ooh.
I'm not gonna hold my breath on that one.
Probably
Sick.
not.
She's just holding her kid while singing.
She just got baby
Fire.
Bjorned the whole way. Just
She's like, I couldn't find a sitter. Well,
outside of that, the last Super Bowl halftime show that I was like enthusiastic before it happened, like I was anticipating it being good before it happened, was Justin Timberlake. The last time he did it. So this is like most years I don't really look forward to the halftime show. I'm like,
Yeah. I mean, last year was
Last year's
Dr.
was fun.
Dre.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Because all
It
the
was
people he
cool.
brought out. That's what
Yeah.
made it great. But I wasn't even jumping off the couch for that because I'm like, what material is he going to play? If I was like 10 years older, I would be losing it, you know? So
Yeah.
we grew up with Rihanna. Her whole career blossomed from we were kids to now.
Yeah.
fucking love Rihanna.
I think I was in middle school
Fucking
when
love Rihanna.
Pond to Replay came out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I remember when I started skateboarding and her shits used to just bump.
We're literally talking about her on a sports podcast.
Yeah.
Like, that's how iconic she is.
And she's very, very attractive woman. So I would say one of the most attractive in like the zeitgeist
Shoot your
of
shot,
celebrities.
dude. Shoot your shot at Rihanna. I know she has a kid, but
Fuck it, dude.
Pretty Boy Flacco.
Damn.
I don't know if he's getting past Pretty Boy Flacco.
I think you could take him, Dave.
Oh, we're talking fight.
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
that's what
I
I'm
was just talking on looks alone.
Oh,
Damn.
well, on looks, ASAP's got you, dog. I'm sorry.
I just if I had
very
if
attractive.
I had a grill and French braids, bro. Now,
Yo, you'd be looking crazy if you had those.
yeah, I wouldn't be able to take myself seriously.
Yeah, you should be wearing a Travis Kelce jersey because that's some Travis Kelce shit.
I wish I had a Travis Kelsey jersey, but
Yeah.
them bitches sell out.
So the Kelsey Bowl.
The Kelsey Bowl.
The Kelsey Bowl.
Did you hear the petition that over 150,000 people signed to have?
He
their,
signed it. I already know he
I
signed
don't. I don't know where it was, but to have their mom flip the
Never
coin.
mind. Never
Mama
mind.
Kelsey.
That would be
Donna
so
Kelsey.
fire.
First of all, it's the first time in NFL
Imagine
history
she
that brothers
fucks it
are
up.
playing against each other in a Super Bowl, and they both so happen to be significant contributors to their teams. So it would be different if it was like
They should make both of them
the
do
Bennett
coin
brothers,
toss,
you know,
dude.
like if it was Martellus Bennett versus Michael Bennett. Michael Bennett was like a Legion of Doom, and then
Yeah.
Martellus Bennett was like a tight end for like the Bears at one point, and a backup for Dallas. It wouldn't have been the same.
Yeah.
This is like starting center, starting tight end. They've both been really like real respectable. They both enjoy each other's teams.
Both Hall of Famers.
Both got drafted. Oh, absolutely. They both got drafted by Andy Reid. So this is, if anything, this is like the Andy Reid Bowl as much as it's the Kelsey Bowl. Because if you take away the Kelsey Bowl, it's the Andy Reid Bowl. It's his old team.
Yep.
So
This guy's warming some fucking popcorn right now. What's good, dude?
I'm hungry after
I just heard the dude.
and this is also
funny.
this is the youngest combined age for quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure of all time.
I believe it.
And it's the first time that 2 African American quarterbacks are starting quarterbacks for the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
So this is huge. It's African American History Month.
Yeah.
So that's huge. Like,
It is.
Oh yeah. Mahomes is like 27. I think Hurts is like 24 or something like
yeah,
that.
Mahomes is the older one, but
Yeah.
that's insane.
No, it is. It's wild. Yeah, I mean, and the Chiefs just won a Super Bowl. The Eagles just won a Super Bowl not too long ago.
5 years.
Like,
Second
yeah.
appearance in 5 years, and this is our third in 5 years.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
I hate
Kind
you guys.
of. Yeah.
I
Not
hate you
underdog.
guys.
Like, we can't really root for an underdog like the Giants back in the day against the Patriots. Like,
This
there's
is the
none of
number
that.
one versus
I
the number
know,
one.
this
Like
is literally
we has
the best of the best.
we as NFL fans, regardless of your fanship, I feel like getting to see the number one versus the number one. Imagine if the Chiefs missed and it was the Bengals, or vice versa. If we would have, the Niners would have won. We would have been saying like, damn, like so and so didn't beat so and so. The Chiefs didn't get to play the Eagles. That's a shame. Or the Eagles didn't get to play the Chiefs. That's a shame. Not to say that a Bengals Eagles Super Bowl wouldn't have been bananas, or a Niners Chiefs rematch would have been bananas. That's super marketable, but instead you got number one NFC team, number one AFC team. Like, we as fans are getting the best game we could be entitled to.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a good game.
It should be.
It should be a really good game.
Hopefully
I'm excited.
it's better than that Big Ben Kurt Warner Super Bowl. That was 2008. Remember the last play of the game?
Steelers versus.
Arizona.
Yeah, that was a good game.
That was the best Super Bowl I think I've ever seen.
No, that was crazy. That Jimmy Harris or
Whatever his
Harrison?
name was, that last corner catch.
Santonio Holmes caught that. Yeah.
That shit was
And then
insane.
Harrison got a 102-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown. That shit was wild. At
Larry
halftime.
Fitzgerald had that down the middle streak play where he ended up taking the lead. That shit was crazy.
Yep. No,
Good
I'm excited.
shit, man. Let's fucking transition into,
Basketball?
Now it's time to talk MMA.
or should we go basketball instead?
Should
we
what do you guys
retract
want to
that?
do?
We can knock out the basketball.
We got about an hour and 50 minutes.
We have so much time.
Yeah.
Well, for the sake, if you guys want to kickstart basketball, we can do that.
Let's do basketball.
Okay.
I think there's less to
So
talk
simply
about.
put, NBA trade deadline just happened. And dare I say this has
Actually,
been...
I retract that last statement. There has been a lot of
Dare
activity.
I say this has been one of the most hectic or eruptive,
It's been
or just
crazy.
caught off guard, free agency deadline that I've seen, trade deadline that I've seen.
This is probably the craziest trade deadline we've seen.
It's okay, so the first of all, the one that broke early that we all saw was Kyrie to the Mavericks.
Yes.
Winston and I both chatted about this as soon as it happened. We both had a
Shout out Chase. He's hype.
We had it at both, and yeah, he agreed too. We both had a mutual agreement that Luka is a ball in hand type of guy. Kyrie's a ball in hand type of guy. Luka's basically just an oversized point guard. Not basically, he is. Who can shoot very, very well, and so can Kyrie. So the dynamic between those two could be disruptive to Luka's organic nature, but that could also take some weight off of him. So the non-Luka minutes when Kyrie's on the floor is going to be huge. And on top of that, Kyrie was averaging 25 a night with KD on the floor. So Kyrie can be a contributor. He's demonstrated that.
He's a good player, man.
I'm curious how it's going to look. I don't think that this means that they're going to win the championship this year. I don't think, if anything, I give it a year and some change. If Kyrie doesn't have any drama, I think they're going to be really sitting pretty. Not sitting prettier than the Nuggets right now, but sitting pretty.
Kyrie's contract's up at the end of this year.
He said he wanted to stay with them. I think that will be determined by what effort he puts in. But then again, he's kind of locker room cancer, so we'll have to just wait and see.
I mean, he's literally said that about every franchise. He's like, I saw a meme. It was like, Kyrie's so loyal. It's like Kyrie talking to a kid at a Cavaliers camp, and he's like, yeah, of course I'm going to stay in Cleveland. I'm never going to leave. And then the Boston Celtics, he's like, yeah, I'm definitely going to re-sign if you guys will have me.
Yep.
And then the Nets is like, I would never leave my boy KD. And now he's with the Mavericks saying he's going to re-sign. So
that was we saw him asking to be traded right before he was traded. So this wasn't caught off guard as bad. But I mean, do you want to talk about some of these other trades that took place?
So I have all the latest deals.
There's
right
a
in front
lot.
of me, too.
We don't have to go through all of them, but I know you can go. We all know
We can go through them quick.
go through the heavy hitters. So
Just name out the ones you guys want to talk about first, and then I'll fill in with the end ones at the end.
So, just again, Kyrie to the Mavericks, nothing crazy. Don't think that makes them contenders. Are they better?
Really? You don't think so?
No, I mean, are they better? Sure, but I'm
I
not
see
worried
you.
about them. We have the Lakers trading Russ and getting D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt. Lakers fucking killed at the trade deadline.
Now,
Like, Lakers got way better in my opinion.
I think there's going to be some locker room drama in the Lakers, though.
The Lakers are getting Mo
Malik Beasley
Bamba
and
too.
Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, so Scottie Pippen Jr., his mom cheated or had an affair, which she's had many on Scottie Pippen, but had one with Malik Beasley, and now he's in the same locker room as that man.
Damn.
Man who slept with your mom.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep. But they'll just Scottie Pippen's not a great player. I don't think he gets any playing time. They'll just fucking cut his ass.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they're pressed about it.
Did you hear that though? Mo Bamba to the Lakers.
Yeah, no, the Lakers.
Patrick Bev.
Yep. Well, Patrick Beverly went to the Magic.
Yeah. Magic get Pat.
But yeah, I mean,
Mo
Mo
Bamba to the
Bamba,
Lakers.
D'Angelo Russell, Jared Vanderbilt is pretty decent. Malik Beasley used to be on the Nuggets. He's pretty decent.
The Nuggets got rid of Bones Highland.
We did get rid of Bones Highland. We just traded
2
draft
second
picks,
rounds.
bro. I don't know why we just traded draft picks to the Clippers, which got better at the trade deadline as well. I don't think that was a good move, but I mean, we'll see.
A part of that trade that you were mentioning before, in trading to get D'Angelo Russell, it was a multiple team deal. So the Jazz are going to get Westbrook, Juan Toscano Anderson, former Warrior, Damian Jones, also I think he's also former Warrior, and the Lakers protected 2027 first round draft pick. The Timberwolves get Mike Conley, Nikhil Alexander Walker, and lesser of Washington Memphis second round pick in 2024 via Lakers, and Jazz second round picks in 2025 and 2026. And first of all, foreshadowing for picks like that far ahead is it's hard for me to like scratch my head on those because the draft dynamic in NBA is different from football, but damn, the Lakers ain't got no picks.
Yeah. No, yeah, the Lakers, they're going all in. I mean, you have to. You have LeBron.
All eggs in the basket.
You got LeBron, you got Anthony Davis. You got to go all in. Sounds like Russell Westbrook is going to get bought out by the Jazz, and so he's going to sign with the team. Sounds like he might sign with the Bulls or another team in the East is what it's sounding like. He might sign with the Clippers, I heard, as well. So he's gonna try and sign with a contender. So
That's
that
fire.
should be interesting to see where he signs.
Off
and
the
where he ends
bench,
up.
he's good. He just needs to know not to be what he thought he used to be.
Yeah, I mean, he's still a decent player. There was a lot of hate because he was shooting really bad.
His fast break is where his money is.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's not great, but
Nuggets
he's
did
decent.
a backup swap with the Lakers.
We got
Thomas Bryant.
Thomas Bryant. I'm hype
Yeah.
about that. He's very athletic center. He's good at defense. He can catch lobs. I think that's a really good pickup for the Nuggets. I'm excited about that.
We gave 3 second-round picks and Devon Reed.
So
Yeah,
the
worth it.
Warriors,
Good thing.
they traded Weissman to Detroit for another player who's going, if I'm not mistaken, is going somewhere else. And in exchange, we got 5 second-round draft picks amongst 2 teams.
Which is weird. Like,
Very-
why are you guys hoarding second round draft picks? Like, how's that gonna make you win a championship this year?
I don't know. We shopped Moses Moody, and everyone wanted Jonathan Kuminga, which was the deal breaker for some of the deals we were attempting to achieve.
Yeah.
It's hard to say, but we did. I did see that we re-signed Gary Payton II. He's back.
You guys traded for him, I think, right? Yeah. No,
The second.
that's good.
It's weird that we didn't just sign him in the first place, though.
Yeah. Another crazy thing, KD going to the Suns.
Blew my fucking mind.
Yes.
Crazy.
Let's talk about
Didn't
that.
see that
Here,
coming
I just
at
looked
all.
at that too.
Yeah. I mean, when Kyrie got traded, I was like, KD doesn't want to be on this team, and let alone.
So
He got traded.
the Suns get Kevin Durant and T.J. Warren. The Nets get Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson, Jay Crowder, 4 first-round picks, and a 2028 pick swap.
I feel so bad for Brooklyn.
I mean, dude, they kind of killed it, bro. They got so many draft picks.
But now they have Ben Simmons, and that's it.
4 first-round
I mean,
picks.
Cam
4.
Thomas for the Nets has been killing. Have you been seeing how many points he put up?
Isn't he that young dude?
Yeah, Kyrie went out the first game. He scored like 42.
Yeah, he was
Second
like the
game
youngest-
he scored like 40 again.
He was like the
Damn.
youngest dude to ever do that.
yeah, like he is like he
Kinda
went
going
the
off
fuck
right now.
off without
What's his
Kyrie.
name again?
Cam Thomas.
He's a
Cam
bucket.
Thomas.
Yeah, he's crazy. I mean, I doubt he'll be able to continue that, but still.
And now are any of these guys pretty good? Mikal Bridges? I've heard that
Mikal
name
Bridges,
before.
he's good.
All contributors.
Yes.
Cameron Johnson, Jay Crowder.
So another trade from Adrian Wojnarowski. The Knicks are trading Cam Reddish and a protected future first-round pick to the Blazers for Josh Hart, or just Hart, it says.
Yeah. Knicks are okay. Nothing real crazy. I think the Celtics and the East are still good. The West just got way fucking better, dude. Kyrie and KD came to the West, and it's just shifted everything. The Lakers got better. Like, pretty much everyone in the West got better other than Memphis. Memphis didn't really do shit.
No.
The Celtics picked up Mike Muscala off the Thunder.
Yeah, he's a
man.
veteran big man. Yeah, that's not a huge.
Not the biggest. They just spread the depth.
Speaking of Memphis, did you guys see that one of John Morant's like personal friends, like close friends, got banned? I believe he might have been banned for life from the arena in Memphis because outside the arena he like threatened to shoot somebody.
Yeah, no, I heard about that. Jaw's acting all gangster, and
It's like, dude, you're balling to get out of that lifestyle, bruh. No one's hating on you for having culture, but this is beyond having culture. You don't like threaten to shoot people.
well, Jaw's not even. That's not even his lifestyle.
He's just adjacent to it because it's his buddy.
Exactly. Like, there's tons of pictures with him in like a bunch of polos and like short like khakis and like country club shit, and he's repping that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're gonna act like all hood and shit, like, you know, and all gangster, like if you don't come from that, then it's like weird.
Yeah, it is.
It's like you're overcompensating, and I don't know why he's doing that. Hopefully he gets out of it before he gets in serious legal trouble.
I mean, you got a $200 million contract, bro. You gotta like take different strides and have composure.
Yeah,
Facts.
like no one's saying you're not a gang. Like, I didn't.
No one's saying you're soft.
Exactly. I don't think he's soft at all. He's dunking on all these homies.
Yeah,
Like, what the
dunking.
fuck?
I'm sure
Dunking on all of
I'm
them.
sure Ja could slap the shit out of somebody.
For
like, I'm not
sure.
questioning his manhood, but that being said, it's like you can't be composing yourself with people who act that way. They have to be mature enough to realize that they represent you when they're around you, and regardless of it, when they're not around you, when you're in the public eye as being associated to them, they are, like you said, adjacent to all your behavior.
Yeah.
So it's just tough.
But let's go back to the KD trade.
Yep.
Do we think this makes the Suns a threat in the West?
This is going to be kind of a hot take, but I feel like if they're not a threat immediately, like if they just have some formula or some ISO ball, whatever it is, that is really hard for other teams to defensively scheme against because it's so quick, so new, you know, then maybe. But I think their potency is for maybe a
Booker
season.
and Durant.
Booker, Durant, some of the best mid-range shooters in the
Yeah,
game.
dog.
And then-
CP3.
and then CP3, good mid-range. He's lost a step for sure, but he's a leader. He's a playmaker. He's a point guard.
He's been there, done that.
He's going to do anything he can to win. And then DeAndre Ayton's a great defensive player.
Oh, yeah.
Those starting four, that is insane.
That is a
Yeah,
stat.
That is probably the best starting four like in the league. Like,
For sure, because Devin Booker and KD are both like unquestionably like top 5, top 10 in the league.
yeah, I mean KD for sure. Devin Booker I'd say is
like-
easily top 10.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Chris Paul is probably top 25.
No other team
probably.
have 2 top 10 players if you consider health and everything.
Yeah.
Because like AD and LeBron, you would consider like
I'm gonna look
top
up
10
some
players, but
player
because of health,
rankings.
I don't. And like age,
Yeah.
LeBron, yes, AD,
LeBron's
no.
top 5. I'd say AD's top 10. I put AD over Devin Booker. Devin Booker hasn't had the best season. But that's who I'm worried about in the West is the Suns. Because TJ Warren's pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
TJ Warren's pretty good, and they're going to be picking up these veteran players off waiver wire.
Yep.
Sounds like they're going to pick up Reggie Jackson. They could pick up John Wall if they wanted to.
Yep.
And you know, you get a really good backup point guard. You stagger Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. Playoff rotations in basketball only run about 9 players deep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got a solid 5 players right there. So that's who I'm concerned as far as the Nuggets. I think Nuggets are better, and I think they're deeper. They're definitely deeper. But I mean, Aaron Gordon can try his best to guard KD. KCP can do his best to guard Devin Booker.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamal Murray can lock up Chris Paul. And then Jokic can lock up Ayton. But, you know, it's tough. Those are tough matchups.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so.
That's why I think their potency is very like now. It's like a win now mentality.
Oh, for sure. For the Suns, for sure. I mean, Chris Paul's probably got like this is probably his last good year.
We have a top 8 from the NBC right now. This is their top 8. They have actually a top 20. Maybe we should go top 20. So we have Giannis, number 1. KD, number 2. Curry, number 3. Jokic, number 4. Joel Embiid, number 5. Jason Tatum, number 6. Luka, number 7. LeBron, number 8. Kawhi, number 9. John Morant, number 10. Devin Booker, 11. Jimmy Butler, 12. James Harden, 13. Karl Anthony Towns, 14. Trae Young, 15.
Damn.
AD,
Anthony Davis
16.
not even on there. Oh,
AD,
okay.
16.
That's crazy.
I'm not really mad at
Devon
that.
Mitchell, 17.
You
Damian
can remix
Lillard.
a few. I think
Yeah.
Jokic should be a little higher.
Jokic definitely be above Curry in my opinion.
Paul George, number 20.
And then I think above who was number 2?
Number 2, let me go back.
KD. I think
Number
Jokic is
2,
over KD too.
Same.
Is over KD. You think Jokic is over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean Jokic.
I mean, he's killing it right now.
Jokic. I'm pretty
What
sure.
number
is
did they put him at?
averaging more points.
He's number 4.
Pretty sure he's averaging more points. Obviously more rebounds. Obviously more assists. Like Jokic is just insanely good. He's gonna win. He's gonna win another MVP, bro. Like literally, he's
is.
gonna win another MVP. Like I don't see anyone taking
Isn't that
it away
third
from
in a
him.
row?
If he wins another one, it'll be third in a row.
That's
It's
fucking
crazy, dude.
For a
Has that
guy
ever
who-
happened?
It has happened twice. I forgot who it was.
It's like Jordan and Magic or something.
No, I think it was Kareem. I forgot who it was.
Maybe
but
like Kareem Wilt or
it's
something.
only been 2 people. Yeah, I think Wilt was one of them. But
Giannis
Yeah.
still number 1.
yeah, I mean, and that's fair. I think it's between Giannis and Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
Giannis is just he's kind of a little bit more one-dimensional.
I
little bit
see
more
Jokic kind of
one-dimensional.
everywhere.
Yeah,
He's helping everybody.
yeah.
I mean, you got to look at the pros and cons. Giannis is a way more as far as offense, he's way more potent per se. But Jokic is better than him, I would say, at every other aspect of basketball. With no disrespect.
Yeah.
Like Giannis with the ball in his hands, running down fast break, scary. Jokic passing out of the post, scary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Giannis is just an athletic freak, and so that's how he scores his buckets. Like obviously it takes skill, but he's
Jokic
just
is-
athletically superior to everyone.
Exactly.
Do you guys agree with LeBron being a top 8?
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's better than Luka.
No.
I don't think he's better than Tatum.
Nope.
He's not better than Curry.
Embiid.
He's not better than Embiid. So yeah, I'm fine with 8. But speaking of that, LeBron all-time scoring.
So yeah.
scoring leader.
38,000.
So I timed it as soon as it
Yeah.
happened. So
Let's open
on
that
February 7th, 2023, and I was watching this live, but at approximately 9:58 p.m. Mountain Time, LeBron James became the NBA's all-time leading scorer. And it was awesome because at the beginning of the game, they were showing him practicing hook shots. That was Kareem's thing. And so everyone was thinking that was what he was going to do. They're like, "Oh, he's going to cheese for a hook shot." And instead, I think in fitting fashion, he did the most LeBron thing, did his little jab, and then did a little fade shooter. Oh man, it was such a
let's
cool
go,
moment.
LeBron.
It was a LeBron shot. It wasn't an easy shot. It was a high IQ type moment where if you're not really good and good at your vert, you're not hitting that. So he, instead of going for a hook shot, he did him.
Did you guys see that cool graphic of everywhere he shot a
Yes.
shot?
Oh
and,
my god.
where
was
it was
so
with
cool.
every team. That was so cool.
It showed how many shots have been shot from that specific spot, and the paint and the free throw line were crazy, and then all of them coming from the 3-point line. That shit
Now-
was really cool.
I don't
I love
think
graphics like that.
I don't
so
think this
cool.
makes him the GOAT because he won that title. I just think it just
the leading scorer.
It's continuing to cement his legacy as just being the greatest career we've ever seen. Because I don't remember Jordan playing. You know what I'm saying? I remember Kobe.
Modern day.
What I don't like about it, if you think LeBron's the GOAT, that's your opinion.
And
You
that's
can-
fine.
You can think that.
I wouldn't even argue it.
But what I don't like is that they waited until they knew LeBron was gonna break this scoring record.
Yeah.
We knew about it 3 years ago.
Yeah, they didn't bring up. They weren't like, oh, LeBron's the GOAT, LeBron's the GOAT until he broke the record. Once he broke the record, they're like, LeBron's the GOAT, LeBron's the GOAT. You knew he was gonna do this. You didn't make it a big deal before. You wait till after he breaks the record, which you knew he was gonna break, and now you're saying he's the GOAT. It's like,
You were persuaded by the inevitable.
well, not even persuaded. You were just scared to, say your opinion because you knew you were going to get backlash. And now that he broke a record, you're like, oh, yeah, now he's the GOAT. Now I can say that. When you knew he was going to break it. I just didn't like that.
It's disingenuous.
Exactly. I mean, there is room to say that he's the GOAT. I'm going to wait till the end of his career to see, because he's the third highest scorer on average, and he's been playing 20 years. I mean,
so crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
I think MJ played like 14 years or something like that. So to be able to average as many points as he has for that long is insane. It's
Still
like
being a top 8.
it's MJ, KD, and then LeBron, and then I think Wilt. I think LeBron is number 4 actually. But it's insane. I mean, LeBron's had this crazy career, and he passes the ball and rebounds the ball. He's just not as good defensively as MJ. So I think it's wild. I'm so glad we got to experience it. I remember when he got drafted. Melo was drafted by the Nuggets.
You were hype.
I was hype. But,
Winston was wearing the Mellow shoes.
I did have the Melo shoes. I had the Melo shoes. And then
What color?
It was the colorway of the Nuggets. So it was the baby blue.
Powder blue, yeah.
Yeah, baby blue and then white. And I turned into a D Wade fan. Obviously still a Nuggets fan. And then LeBron went to the Heat, and then I became a LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Melo fan.
Hell yeah.
How crazy is it that as sports fans we got to witness 2 things. One, we got to witness the scoring title get beat by LeBron, and we got to witness every bucket from the day he got drafted to now, because we were live for all of it. And then second to that, and like, not that we were referring to him, but this is still such a huge accomplishment, we watched Curry hit the most threes in a career ever. Those are 2 huge things that are synonymous with both of their playing careers. Curry with the 3, LeBron with just being a scorer. We know he's good for like 28 a night on his career. Like, it's awesome. We as sports fans are just
Curry with them threes, man.
We're just blessed to see these crazy accomplishments. Like, history doesn't get made every day, but we are getting to see it made in the same calendar year.
You just put on a button up. What are you doing right now? He did his hair, put on a button up.
He's got a date tonight, dude.
I just got some pussy.
In that?
We'll talk about it on Street Channel.
Yeah. Why are you always doing that during our podcast?
I'm not even here.
I love it. Sorry to cut you off. It's just he can't come in here looking like fucking Wilmer Valderrama, dude. Can't even say his name. All right.
Now's the time to talk
I think it's-
MMA.
I think
Yeah,
so.
I think we're good on NBA shit.
Now it's time to talk MMA.
You want to run down?
Might have had one last one, huh?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Do you want to run down the UFC fight card that we just had?
Yes,
Deryk Lewis
let's
versus
pull
Spivak.
that up right now.
And if you want, you can also talk about, if you watched it, Bellator on CBS. I assumed you didn't watch it. Brian Bader versus Fedor 2.
Yes, I did actually watch
Johnny Eblin versus Tokov.
I missed the last fight though. I missed the main fight I was trying to watch it for.
True. Well, while you run down
He's
that,
on well.
while you run down that card real quick, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. And
Yeah.
what was up with that? They were fighting for contracts, like, because I was watching the pre-fights for the UFC bouts.
Yeah, it's Road to the UFC.
So that's like kind of like what they're doing with Slap Fight, but not Slap Fight adjacent.
I guess I don't even know.
'Cause they
There's
were
so many shows, dude.
They were having fights, and they were saying, like, if this fight goes to a draw in the 3rd round, we have a 4th round sudden death round to determine a winner for the contract. I'm like, UFC only does that in the Ultimate Fighter.
Yep.
So
It's crazy.
I think they need to stay doing those. I'll be right back.
All right. So I'm going to run down this UFC Fight Night card that we watched last week. Lewis Spivak. I'm just going to go over the main card. Yasuko Kinoshita starting out the fight with Adam Fujit. I thought Kinoshita was going to take him out, Winston. I know you were going for Kinoshita. And Fujit knocked his ass out in the 1st round. So that didn't happen. That didn't end up happening for our boy. Now he's now 6-2. Adam Fujit 9-3. Right after that, we had a draw, actually. Duho Choi and Kyle Nelson go to a draw because of actually, Kyle Nelson kicked dude in the nuts twice. Got
Damn.
1 point taken in one of the rounds, and that's actually what made it a draw. Kyle Nelson ended up taking it to Duho Choi.
Interesting.
We had a decision win right after that. Marcin Tybura taking the decision against Blagoy Ivanov. I mean, not much to say about that. 24-7, we got that decision done. Right after that, we had Devin Clark actually winning a decision against Da-Un Jung. And I thought Da-Un Jung was going to win, personally. Didn't end up winning. Devin Clark, it was kind of a boring fight. I mean, both of those weren't the craziest fights. That one in particular, Devin Clark just did what he had to do to survive against a giant Da-Un Jung. Dude was gigantic. And then, I get sad over this one. We had Deryk Lewis lose again via submission in the first round. Spivak literally manhandled him.
Called it, dude.
And it looked bad for Deryk. It was just a bad night in the office again. He loses again.
Is Deryk done?
No, he's not done. He ain't going anywhere, Dana says. Dana said he ain't going nowhere. He loves Deryk Lewis. We love Deryk Lewis. So you'll see him fight in the UFC again. Hopefully he gets a freaking win. Maybe he could just be a gatekeeper for these new guys, but I don't know. Sergey Spivak is a hard ask for Deryk Lewis. It's just a stylistic matchup nightmare for Deryk. Apparently, and he couldn't. I don't know. It just something looked off with Deryk to me. What did you think?
I mean, I didn't watch those fights because I had fallen asleep because it was getting late.
Yeah,
but
I watched.
So get this. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I'm assuming it was because yeah, they're
can't stop.
I'm assuming it was because of the Pro Bowl games taking place in Vegas, so they were waiting for those to finish. But like the fight was in Vegas. The main card didn't start until 11 p.m. here.
It was supposed to be in Korea, is why.
Oh, that makes sense with all that makes sense because I was like, they have to be
Korean zombie card.
I was like, they have to be catering time wise to some country. That's why they're doing this because like I was in Missouri, so I was on
Dave's
Central Time.
Pissed.
It was like midnight, bro. I was tired. I fell asleep, and I didn't really miss much from what I heard. So
you didn't.
It's unfortunate that happened, but like you know how hard it would be to wake up.
The undercard was really good.
But no, you wake up in Vegas, and like in Vegas time, they're like, all right, bro. The card starts at 10 p.m. The card starts at 10 p.m. Like, yeah, you'll probably walk out around like midnight, 1 a.m. You'll be fighting at like 1 a.m. You know what I'm saying? The main card started 1 a.m. Eastern time. So I don't know what headspace you can get in to be prepared.
I bet Deryk Lewis was tired and over it, bro.
How could you not be? How can you account? Like, you can't adjust your sleep that significantly, you know?
It's crazy.
So I'm sad for that.
I don't know how you do it.
I did watch the
Let's go over the Bellator.
Yeah, the Bellator card was really good, dare I say. Definitely really the better card of the two. Oh yeah. So this was Bellator's debut on CBS.
What was it? Bellator 287?
Just look up Ryan Bader versus Fedor 2. That I don't remember the number. It might have been like 289, something like that. Bellator's getting up there with those numbers. But absolutely bananas card. A lot of finishes. I only watched the main card. I did not watch any of the prelims that were on YouTube. So, actually, that's a lie. I watched Lorenz Larkin on the prelims after the fact.
Oh, my God.
Bruh.
That knockout was crazy.
Bruh. Winston, did you see it?
I did not.
So they were basically like in a moment where they were
I'll show him.
He tried to grab homie by the back of his head and just kind of wound up and then elbowed him in the fucking temple.
Damn.
With all his might. And homie like face planted.
It was very bad.
It was vicious. He
grabbed him by the back of the head.
I'll show you.
And it was
like he was reaching for his head with one hand and then just like hands down the best stoppage of that whole weekend MMA wise.
Oh, wrong one. Hold on.
Regardless, it was insane. And like when I was looking, the reason I went and watched that after the fact is because I saw he was trending on Twitter. So I was like, oh, it must have been a stoppage. I went back and watched the fights. It was a stoppage.
Oh. Ow.
Yeah. First of all, Lorenz Larkin he's like been a Bellator staple. He came to the UFC. He had some really notable wins in the UFC. Never quite got like the win streak together to try to make a championship run. So he eventually fulfilled his UFC contract. They did not renew, and he went back to Bellator. And he's had some performances that didn't go his way, like against Paul Daly, which it's Paul Semtex Daly, but he is so good. So the fact that they put him on the prelims goes to show how stacked that card was. And a thing to be noted, they originally had scheduled this card. The co-main event was Johnny Eblen versus, I think his name's Alessio Tokov. I'm probably butchering your first name. Please bear with me. They weren't the original scheduled bout. I can't remember who they originally had, but that was not necessarily a late step in. It was just they marketed someone else. It was Yoel Romero. Yoel Romero was supposed to fight, I think, the light Vadim Nemkov. So that fight didn't end up happening. And then instead they had Johnny Eblen come in. And goddamn, bro, Mizzou's finest. Johnny Eblen.
Doing the damn thing.
He looks like, with a performance like his last two, he looks like he could walk into any organization and give every champion a run for their money.
Unanimous decision against Anatoly Tokov.
Yeah, see, I told you I would butcher his first name. I'm sorry.
You're okay.
But no. God damn. You saw the suplex, right? Mm-hmm. I tweeted about it. So he had a rear, or like a not belly to belly, but a German suplex where he just hoisted him back and just slammed on the back of his head. And the only two times I've seen that in modern MMA was both in Bellator, both from Mizzou wrestlers. Michael Chandler did it to Benson Henderson, and then Tokov just got sent on a ride by Johnny Eblen. So shout out Mizzou's wrestling room. Fucking killing it. Even
They're
Brendan
killing
Schaub.
it,
I
dude.
sent you that clip where Brendan Schaub acknowledged. He's like, you got Ben Askren, Michael Chandler, Tyron Woodley, Johnny Eblen. Those are all standing or former champs. Like every
Facts.
single one. So
Crazy.
Bellator doing the damn thing.
Bellator is doing the damn thing. Let's go over that a little bit more. We had Brandon Ward taking
versus
out Hamasi in the second round.
Did you see it?
TKO.
Did you
Yeah, I watched
That
it.
head kick was nasty.
The nasty one.
Looked like
dude.
Ronda.
He was landing it all night.
It looked like when Ronda got kicked in the face by Holly Holmes.
What other notables? We had
Obviously the
some
main
good
event.
decision tonight. I mean, there was a lot of decision. We have four. We had 8 following bouts. Oh, they had following bouts taking place after the actual event.
I don't know
crazy.
anything about any of those.
Swing fights, they had swings. It's okay, we don't have to go over them. They were literally all
But
decisions.
It was cool. I really, really applaud how Bellator sent off Fedor into the sunset.
I did too.
They did it
brought
the
all
right way.
legends in.
Yeah, they had everyone
That was
there.
awesome.
They had like Chuck Liddell, Royce Gracie. Fucking, there's a lot more than just those two.
So many.
Like
Chael Sonnen was there.
Yeah, Chael Sonnen, Frank Mir. What's his name? There's like a
So
who's
many.
who of
Matt
legends.
Serra.
Matt Serra.
Who else?
Basically, you
Just
name
the
it.
legends, dude. Yeah.
You name it.
Chuck Liddell was there.
Did you see when he went to greet Chuck? He like rubbed his belly.
Yeah.
Shit made him laugh. But no, it was cool because for those who don't know, Fedor, the Last Emperor, he had a title reign / unbeaten streak in Pride that was like, it was really hard to see that man losing in the form that he was in. Like, he looks like he's definitely a pound for pound greatest heavyweight of all time. Not the,
Easily.
but one of. And the only question mark on his whole career is he never got to go to the UFC and see what he was capable of. But he won every single other place he went. Put on spectacular performances. Like his fight versus Dan Henderson in Strike
I wish
Force.
we would have seen him in the UFC, dang it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that it didn't happen. I think there was a lot of money and like no Japanese pun intended, but a lot of ego and pride that got in the way of allowing him, because it kind of looks, it's, as a promoter you want to have the hottest ticket in the game, but at the same time it looks bad if you take like, you just bring in talent that walks in and then just destroys your champion. You know what I'm saying? Which, let's face it, Fedor was capable of doing that the entire time. Like the only champions that I think a prime Fedor would have gotten like a run for their money was like Cain Velasquez, who was free, shout out Cain, and then Stipe, and then like I don't know after that, maybe Ngannou, but I think prime Fedor would give Ngannou problems.
Yeah.
He couldn't afford to eat a punch because no human can afford to eat those punches.
Winston, what do you think about Fedor?
I think he's trying to fade all these punches.
Ooh, I dig it, dude. What do you think about Emelianenko?
I think he's trying to take those ankles.
Ooh, okay. Winston's spitting right now, dude. You didn't watch that fight, did you?
No, I did not. I don't watch any of them.
I know.
So,
Winston can't be bothered.
before
Unless Conor McGregor's on the card.
True.
What's your deal, dude?
Speaking of Conor, though,
Just kidding.
I'll watch some other fights.
I'm just kidding, yeah.
so we talked about this off pod,
What?
and it came true. Conor McGregor is gonna go against Michael Chandler to host the Ultimate Fighter.
Oh, yeah.
Got to talk about that.
Whoa.
First of all,
This is going to be the biggest Ultimate Fighter probably in UFC history.
I don't know.
Numbers-wise.
I don't know what type of talent they're gonna have, but this is the biggest two coaches that we know are gonna fight. That is like anticipated. And if you're gonna have my fight prediction, I think Conor gets just baptized with fire.
Well, yeah, because Michael Chandler's from, wait for it, guys, Missouri.
He's not from there. He went there.
Same fucking thing.
But no,
You don't know the difference.
his wrestling, like, remember when he fought Chad Mendez, when Chad Mendez didn't have a fight camp? Mm-hmm. Remember what that looked like? And that was prime Conor? Well, this is not prime Conor. This is metal ankle Conor. This is green apple fucking flavor whiskey Conor. He just came out with that, if you didn't know. Proper 12 green apple.
Ew. Really?
Yeah, but regardless, I think Conor has no hope other than landing, like, a big shot.
You might knock him out.
Yeah, that's his key to victory, but anything outside
Michael wants to stand and bang. He's not going to just immediately.
I think he's... Yeah, I don't see Conor winning in any way. Other than a knockout.
Damn, really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You know he's taking all the roids right now, right? Like
All
he's
those
taking
Irish good ones.
He's not even in the USADA pool yet. Because he's still cycling out. Dude, duh. He's on all the juice, dude. All the juice. What's gonna happen if Conor stuffs that first fucking one and is just all just fucking boom, boom.
I feel like he's gonna
raining shots.
He's gonna practice like the side elbow a lot.
It probably won't happen.
Yeah,
I see Chandler taking him down and choking him out. Probably. We seen DP do it. Mm-hmm. Isn't that funny? Dustin Poirier is out here, bro. Just like my children.
Yeah. So he said this is the Ultimate Fighter My Children edition, and then what's his name? Oh God, I can't think of his name right now. Michael Johnson posted it, said, "Well, then this must be the My Grandkids edition," because it showed a family portrait with like a dude.
Oh
like
yeah, I
his
seen
kids,
that
and
holding
then
him.
it shows the grandpa standing over all like
It's
wrinkly
Michael
and shit.
Johnson.
And Michael Johnson, because Michael Johnson TKO'd Dustin in the first round.
Yep.
Don't forget.
Slept him.
People don't forget.
People don't forget.
No, for real though.
Love it.
Some other fight announcements we can talk about real briefly. So obviously Conor Chandler, bananas. In a recent interview, Aljo has said that he's currently training for Henry Cejudo. Aljo meaning Aljamain Sterling, the current featherweight champion of the world, or bantamweight champion of the world. Sorry, bantamweight. So that's exciting if that's true. Cejudo did enter in the USADA testing pool a couple months ago. So
This has been rumored for a little bit.
low key, they don't really have any opponents in that weight class at the moment that they can immediately market. So I kind of understand it.
How about Holloway, Arnold Allen?
Yeah, that is going to be bananas. Arnold Allen is young, doesn't look like he's showed even a bit of weakness. And he's going to go against that older Hawaiian lion that is fucking Max
I'm scared
Holloway.
for Max. I'm scared for Max.
Max can't afford to eat this man's punches. But we also said
scared
that
for Max.
we said that for Calvin Cater, and we saw one of the best striking performances we've ever seen.
Beat his ass. Beat his ass.
So
Don't underestimate Blessed. What else we got over here?
other fight news.
Rod Tang.
So
Superlek.
Yeah, Superlek versus Rodtang for the kickboxing championship for ONE FC. That just got announced. Rodtang's a beast. I don't see him losing. This man headbutts punches just to make dudes hit him. I think he gets a little bit of adrenaline from that. I don't know. I can't see Rodtang losing.
Oh yeah, the Game Bread 4.
So okay.
Game Bread Boxing 4.
So I have a photo with
Jorge
all the bouts.
Masvidal.
So this
Boxing event.
This was recently announced on Ariel Helwani's MMA Hour. He FaceTimed him.
This is crazy.
So this was breaking news.
This card is crazy.
Jorge Masvidal, for those who don't know, has been hosting. He's had a MMA event already. He's had a bare knuckle boxing event already. This will be his first gloved boxing event that he's promoting. So it's Game Bread Boxing 4. It's taking place on April Fool's Day this year, April 1st at Preserve Forum, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm probably butchering that. But in no particular order, there's other fights being announced, but the ones that they have opponents lined up for already, we have, what's her name? Pearl Gonzalez versus Gina Mazzani. I'm not familiar with those two, but that's going to be 6 rounds. We got a rematch.
Pearl used to be in the UFC.
Okay, that makes sense. We got a rematch from a couple years ago. We got Jeremy Stevens taking on Jose Aldo in
boxing.
in a 6-round boxing bout, which is confusing because Jose's supposed to box like this weekend or so.
Right.
Or soon. So if he gets TKO'd, how is he going to box in April?
It'll just be called off.
So that's interesting. Also interesting that they're advertising it. But
It's weird that it's on April Fool's Day.
yeah, we got Jacare Souza versus TRT Tour Belfort, aka Vitor.
Dude,
we also saw what
that's the
Vitor did
crazy
to
one.
Holyfield, which was never. They had no business making that a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You got this TRT 40-year-old versus like a 65-year-old like boxing legend, just gets TKO'd instantly. That was not fun to watch. But Jacare, good luck. You're a grappler. TRT tour. We already know what to expect from him. We got Paul Daly going against. I can't see it behind the screenshot. What was his name going against Paul Daly? The guy who
Anthony Taylor.
Anthony Taylor. So for those who don't know, Anthony Taylor's the guy who recently punched Dylan Dennis in the face, and Dylan Dennis got like bounced into that GMC vehicle.
Got his ass beat.
Yeah, shit was tough. So he's been in the limelight, and then the main event, which didn't see this happening, but we got Anthony Pettis in a boxing bout, 8 rounds against Roy Jones Jr.
I can't wait for that one. I can't believe it's real.
There's other people that are being added, like Devin Cushing is on the card. Not really familiar with who that is.
Who? Wait, what?
Devin
Cushing?
He's one of the names that says
Like KUSH?
CU. There's some like people that they've signed who don't have opponents yet, so that's why they're just saying their names.
Cool. Well,
I mean, this is a money grab as can be. I'll stream it. I don't want to pay for it.
I'm probably not going to pay for it either.
But I'll check it out. I'm not very like I don't know. None of those fights get me like off the couch except the Paul Daly one, because Paul Daly is just, he hits hard. He's going.
I'm excited for the main event. I want to know what the hell
Roy
is going to
Jones
happen
Jr.?
in that circus. Yeah.
Here's what's gonna happen. He's gonna wobble Pettis, and Pettis is gonna go into fight or flight mode, and then he's just gonna jump off the cage and kick him.
Yeah. Showtime kick.
But that's interesting.
It is interesting. It's crazy that we're even talking about it.
Yeah, I'm pretty shocked that all of these former UFC fighters are hurting that bad for him. And Jeremy Stephens, last I checked, was a PFL fighter. Maybe he fulfilled his PFL obligations in his contract, but he just fought for them.
Anthony Pettis just passed up a contract to do this fight.
So he probably
He's getting paid.
I was gonna say he probably did the same thing. He probably fulfilled his PFL contract as well.
Yeah, paid. All right, man. Jorge Masvidal, you're crazy. It's on April Fools, so we'll see what happens.
This could be a giant gotcha.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And then we have.
But honestly, they're getting interviewed. Like Anthony Pettis got interviewed on Ariel Helwani's, and he confirmed it. Mm-hmm.
So this in exciting news for me. We have been announced the rematch between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, the best boxing match I've probably ever witnessed live.
Crazy. Amanda just won her recent bout against, what was her name? That lady. And I feel so bad. But yeah, no, Amanda recently won her last fight, and that kind of sealed the deal for Katie and Amanda to do it again. This time in Dublin, dude. They're doing it in Ireland, dog.
Do you see Amanda
Crazy.
Serrano said that she's completely down to give MMA another try? 'Cause apparently she's already tried it.
I've seen that today.
So that makes me excited. I don't know if that exactly is going to work, because it's going to be a matchups deal to make her look fun to watch, per se.
Yeah.
Same thing that happened with Clarissa Shields. Like, eventually she lost to a grappler. So,
Which, I mean, we all expect.
but in a boxing bout, we know she's got hands.
Hands. What else, dude? Oh, I mean, I'd be remiss to not talk about Volkanovski versus the what's his name?
Are you Dana White?
Yeah, exactly.
Islam
Makhachev.
Yeah,
Isn't that funny that Dana forgot his name? So funny.
Bad moment.
Dude was probably just tired of shit. Like, he
fair-
was like, shit, what's his name? Like,
The fighter, Darren Till, I can never remember his name when I talk about him, because he has such a unique name, Darren Till, if that makes sense. So I could see that could be his one name that Dana just slips his mind.
Dana
happens.
reminded me of that one kid when those kids are fighting.
He's like, this kid can't make the motherfucking
What's it called? Fucking...
and he's like, sandwich, fuck sandwich. Like, that kid.
It's the best, dude.
Just blink and that kid's gonna be playing probably D1 football like the Popeyes meme kid.
Facts. I wonder where that kid is.
He got
at.
an NIL deal. He plays D2 football. He got an NIL deal from Popeyes.
That kid better, the other sandwich kid better get a Subway something, or Jimmy John's.
Quiznos, man.
Ooh, I
Reach
like
for the
Quiznos.
stars, brother.
Quiznos way better.
Jersey Mike's. Y'all have Jersey Mike's? No.
Jersey Mike's is good, but
I haven't tried 'em.
Quiznos better
dude.
than any of them.
I miss it. We had one in this town.
We did.
Yeah,
And they
it's the meat
left.
market. It's the old meat market. You could see the old Quiznos like cube, like sun stain on
It
the
used
building.
to be
Bingo Burger.
Bingo Burger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they have Quiznos in Denver International Airport, and they still have the original Quiznos open in Denver because that's where
Fucking
it
love
started.
Quiznos, dude.
You know who fucked Quiznos?
Who?
Subway. They started toasting
Fucking
subs
haters.
and made it cheap.
Quiznos is way better though.
But if you're like a business,
pay way
but if
more.
you're a business person, you're like, am I
You
gonna
get a meatball sub
hold
from
on.
Quiznos? They were gigantic.
Hear me out
meatball-
though.
Oh.
If you're a business
so
person,
good.
do you want to pay a franchising fee for a Subway? And the franchising fee, let's just say for easy math, is $250,000, and you make X amount of money, or do you want a franchise fee for $500,000, double, and you're not going to make double the profit? That's really the conundrum it became.
I mean,
Subway is the cheapest franchisable business. There's more Subways than any other restaurant in the United States.
yeah, because
It's cheap to open up shop.
Because they're whack, huh, Winston?
Because they're whack.
I
yeah.
completely agree.
Yeah.
I triple down on that. I fucking
Deryk, you fucking with Quiznos?
Yes.
I go to Subway out of spite because I have to if I want a
Facts.
decent sandwich.
Yeah,
It's not
Subway
even good.
It is pretty good.
It's
kinda.
mid.
It's
I
kinda,
mean, it's mid, but like
It's mid. Yeah, I'll agree with mid.
you know, I'm on my way home. I want a sandwich. It's it gives me a lot of food.
Winston eats it, dude. Winston loves it.
Give me an NIL deal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yo, shout out Quiznos. I wish we could. That could be our sponsor, dude.
That'd be fire.
That would be the.
That'd be so
dude.
great.
Tell me
I'd
they
be
are.
so
It's like
happy.
y'all. He's like, you know
I'd
where our
be
local
so
Quiznos
happy.
is to go approach to tell them that they aren't our sponsor. They're our sponsor.
Yeah.
There's no.
Yo,
naysayers.
that's gonna be our first. Yo, Deryk, we need to get on this, dude.
Quiz.
Quiznos sponsor? Come on. Yeah. Thank you. He's writing it down. All right. Good. I mean, damn. What else do we got on
We
here?
got this
dude?
whole card that's
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Let's talk about the card completely.
Dare I say that the
Type it
UFC has not? I mean, it's a gimmicky marketing scheme, but dare I say that they have not done this fight any amount of I forgot this fight was even happening
fucked
until
up.
like last week, and
It's
I started
fucked up.
and I saw ads for it. I was like, oh, that's wow. Like,
Yeah, I don't know why they're not advertising it. I
because
think
it's slap fight. They're putting a lot of money into that and advertising that. You can't put all your eggs, like your spread so thin, you
Yeah.
know? And even, I don't know, we're all in the MMA headspace, so there's not any MMA marketing that's going to pass by us. But like,
and honestly, none of these guys on this card are gonna break headlines with the mainstream.
this
like
the two main fights are real bananas.
It's the pound for pound,
Which,
that's
again,
big.
this is-
for us, for me and you.
I mean, this
like,
that
for
pound for
fight
pound
fans.
title is only clever until
Winston didn't even know this was pound for pound until we said it.
Yeah, and I don't really care.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Okay, and I mean the
He
reason
has his legs crossed.
so
I do.
the pound for pound title
God,
keeps changing because Izzy lost and then Usman lost. Those like Usman was the pound for pound king, and then Volkanovski doesn't lose, so he like by like rule of thumbs like he just went to one because he hadn't lost yet. And meanwhile, John Jones is back at heavyweight. Like I think the second that bell rings for John Jones, he's back at the number one pound for pound. Like easy.
P4P.
He's that guy. So this is gimmicky to call this a pound for pound match. I get why they're doing it. It's a marketable thing, but I don't think anyone in that arena thinks that like John Jones isn't the pound for pound guy. And no disrespect to either fighter. And that being said, this is going to be a great test for Islam. So
I don't know what to do, and I don't know who to go for. I think
I'm going
honestly,
Volk. I'm team
going
Volk.
Volk. I'm going Volk.
I'm
I
diving
really
in.
want Volkanovski to win.
I want him to win and think he will win because I don't.
Islam is great. I love the reign of the Dagestanis, but yo, give that title to Volkanovski.
As weird as this sounds, MMA math doesn't work. But what can
They're in
Volkanovski do?
Perth.
What can Volkanovski do? Or sorry, what can Islam do on the ground that like
Brian Ortega can't do.
exactly like now he's aggressive and it's wrestling
You know
versus
what he can
jiu-jitsu.
do is he can shut down Volk, and he can grind him out just like every Dagestani does, and smish. I smash you, and
I think
that's
but-
what he's gonna fucking do, dude.
I think-
even if he can't get him in a sub, he's gonna be on top of him, fucking
No, if he
controlling
stands-
him, and
if he
that
tries to
wins
stand-
fights. It does.
I mean, if he tries to stand with him, I think Volk is gonna just light him up like a
Says he-
Christmas tree.
Says he wants to knock him out.
There's no way.
Islam is
There's-
saying that he wants to knock out Volk on the feet
Islam.
to prove his striking.
Islam,
That's what he's trying to do.
Did you see what happened to Max Holloway, who was like one of the
which is like the best striker.
one of the best strikers pound for pound? We keep using that mantra, but point being, like Volkanovski put a clinic on that man, and he was a significantly smaller dude. And when it came to the night of the fight, you and I both know that they both blow up in weight, so it's similar now. Volk just
We
had
know
to
for a
cut
fact
less
Volk
weight.
ain't gonna tap. He ain't going to tap.
He ain't gonna,
You have to kill him.
You can't. Have you seen his neck?
Yeah,
I don't think you
Brian
can-
Ortega did.
I don't think you can choke
God,
that man.
bro.
I don't know if it's possible. I think the only key to victory for Islam is if he can just gruel it and make it boring and like lean against him against the cage.
That's his path.
Makes it really, really boring. But I don't think Volk's going to allow him to do that.
How do you think Khabib did the 29-0?
Khabib
That's
wasn't boring
what
though.
Islam is gonna do to him. I bet.
Khabib was just domination embodied. Like he didn't take rounds off. He didn't take moments
Yeah,
off.
he
I'm not
was
saying
just
Islam.
dominating.
I'm not saying
Smash.
Islam does
Take
that.
you down and smash.
But Islam will kind of feel you out as to where Khabib didn't play that game. Khabib's like, this is what I'm good at. Get ready. You know what I'm saying?
And he would do it.
and it would be without failure. He would like point to the stands.
Islam
like,
did is knocking out fools too, though. That's
He's
the thing.
good.
You can't forget. He's knocking out fools.
Yeah, he's good.
So,
I don't think he's like a
Volk
chump.
needs to be careful, but
What-
I think I'm riding Volkanovski.
What are the odds? Do you guys think? I have them pulled up.
I know
so-
Volk is the underdog. I think he's a plus 200 underdog.
Yeah, Volk is plus 270.
Okay.
Islam
Damn,
is
that's even
minus
bigger than I thought.
350.
That's disrespectful.
That's disrespectful.
That is
We might have to
disrespectful.
pick up Volk. We might have to pick up Volk.
I got Islam. I've seen both of them fight.
Uh-huh.
I think Islam. I mean, Volk
think so?
fucked up Max Holloway. That's a fight that I remember him fighting.
Mm-hmm.
But Islam is he's just wild. Like he's literally
His grappling is nutty.
He's like, I just imagine a
My thing is-
chimpanzee, and that's how I imagine.
Islam is so one-dimensional compared to Alexander Volkanovski. Like, there's way more paths for Alexander to win. There is. There just is. But Islam is so good at what he does that it doesn't matter, like, what you're throwing at him. But I'm still going to ride with Volk. I can't go against Volk. I always regret going against Makhachev. It always bites me in the ass, and I always lose my shit. But I would love to pick up a money line bet on Volk right now.
No, Volk has it, bro.
That's a crazy
I
line.
think-
I think they should be way closer in that on the line.
Bro, I just don't see
It's
what
disrespectful.
I don't see what
Oh,
Makhachev
She's
can
like,
do
"Screw off,
to
dude."
Volk that Volk has never seen. And when I say like, if you're like, well, he could display a level of grappling that he's never experienced. Sure, that is true. But to say that Volk is just going to turn over and accept it, like, it's not that simple.
that's
Like-
another thing. Islam is a big dude in there. Fight day, big dude.
So is Max
big
Holloway.
dude. So is, yeah, true, but not as
Not as
filled
heavy,
out.
not as heavy.
He's filled out like Islam. Islam's a fucking
Max is a
rock.
taller dude, I think, or a longer dude for sure.
Yeah,
He is.
definitely.
He's a lot skinnier though.
Yeah.
So yeah, like again, that doesn't come fight night. Like they're gonna like Volk's gonna be a relative weight. He's gonna cut and make weight day of course.
Pull up the odds on this to not go the distance.
Minus 182.
Yeah, I could see that, but honestly, I'd be kind of afraid to pick that up because I can see it going the distance, whoever the winner is.
So KO, TKO, we got plus 300. Submission, we got plus 130. And then points, we got plus 135.
I think we're getting our.
That's a big line beef for that submission one because of Islam.
We're getting. I feel like we're gonna have a double champ by Sunday.
Right here, dude. This is why we're friends, dude. Let's go Volk. Let's go Volk, dude. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, 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 dude. Let's fucking go, dude.
Yeah.
In Perth. Yeah, he's getting it done. Volk is going to get it done. If he doesn't, you're going to see us very sad next week.
I think Islam's winning. I mean,
Fuck you, dude.
I told
No,
you
I know.
Derek
See,
Lewis
screw
was
you, dude.
losing. I told you Derek Lewis was going to lose, dude. He got his ass whipped.
Ass whipped.
Ass whipped.
All right.
He got a good spanking.
I don't like this, dude. I don't like this at all. Let's go Volk, dude. 25-1 versus Islam Makhachev 23-1.
Pull up the whole
5
card.
rounds. Yeah, so we got it right here. All right, let's go back to these early prelims. I'm just going to read through them real fucking fast. All right. We're starting out the night with Zaberia Tukogov taking on Elvis Brenner. All right, and that's in lightweight. Right after that, we got Shane Young taking on Blake Builder in the featherweight. Then we have Aluma Luke Bonmi taking on Elise Reed. We got Winston on Luke Bonmi, huh? You fucking with Luke Bonmi? What's her line?
Loma's looking real good at a minus 325.
Oh, Elise Reed, you better get your shit up, all right? We got Jack Jenkins getting his fight against... Why am I saying it so stupid? We got Jack Jenkins. Is he a favorite?
Yes.
We got Jack Jenkins beating the shit out of Don Shanus, okay? That's what's a good... Oh, I shouldn't be doing this. No. But, all right, we're going on to the normal prelims. 2 canceled bouts. Robert Whitaker was actually supposed to fight on this bout. Don't know if you remember that. He was supposed to take on Paulo Costa.
I was about to say.
Probably would have got fucked up.
I think Paulo's
Do you think Paulo would have won?
I mean, Robert Whitaker, I've seen him get fucked up a couple times.
By who?
Past couple times I've seen him.
No, yes, he's won his like last 3 fights.
He's won every fight that you've known of him except Izzy.
He's only lost to Israel.
I've known about Robert Whitaker for a while.
And he's basically undefeated at middleweight except against Izzy.
Yeah, he got knocked out by Izzy. That's it.
Maybe I'm thinking of another person.
Damn, Winston's
maybe
just a
maybe I'm thinking of Luke Rockhold.
Oh yeah, he's definitely got knocked out.
Okay.
Yeah, he's thinking of Luke, dude.
He could also be thinking of.
How are you getting them mixed? But it's great.
I can't think of.
I
his
like
last
it.
name
Winston's just like, he's a job. Dude.
That dude sucks.
Who's the other Aussie fighter that fights at lightweight? Dan something.
Dan Hooker.
Dan Hooker.
That's who you could have been thinking of.
No, I know Dan Hooker. I know Dan.
I know Dan.
I
We're
messaged
friends.
him on the daily.
Yeah.
So who else is on this card?
All right, we got Jamie Malarkey taking on Francisco Prado.
Jamie. I'm going.
You
Jamie
going Jamie Malarkey, dude? Prado's undefeated.
Look at that
11-0.
name, Jamie Malarkey, bro. He ain't putting up with any Malarkey.
I think Jamie lost his last fight.
He's
I'm not gonna lie.
Jamie Malarkey's that like really skinny white guy, right?
I don't know if he's.
He
really
sounds
skinny.
white as fuck.
He's fighting at lightweight, but yeah, he could be.
I'm pretty sure he's like a tall, skinny.
Jamie Malarkey, you got to be white with that name.
Yeah, 15-5. Not the best record, not the worst record though.
Yeah, I mean he's the favorite minus 265.
Yeah.
I'm taking good old.
You
Jamie.
going Jamie Malarkey? This is Francisco Prado, undefeated. I think it's his first fight in the UFC.
I mean that name's just too cool.
You and your fucking name, bro.
All right. After that, we have Shannon Ross taking on Clayton Rodriguez. What about Clayton? You like Clayton?
That is a pretty cool name.
Way
Not
it's
as cool
spelled.
as Jamie Malarkey though.
Kleydson. It's pretty good, dude.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
pretty
it.
cool.
Right after that, we have Joshua Kulibao taking on. You try and say this one, Winston.
Oh fuck, Melsick
Yep.
Bagdarsarian.
Yeah, you did good, dude.
Bagdarsarian.
Yeah, his mouth almost didn't let him say it. Did you
didn't.
hear that?
Dude, that's tough.
It's crazy, huh? Yeah. So yeah, we have Melsick Bagdarsarian taking on Joshua Kulibao. I let you say it so I could learn how
That
to
was
say
tough.
it. Right after that, we have Tyson Pedro. This is the feature prelim bout. Tyson Pedro taking on Modestas Bukakas. Who you got?
I'm not familiar with either of them.
Oh, you don't know Tyson Pedro?
Oh, yeah. I mean, then probably him.
I love it. I love this enthusiasm we have, guys.
It's kind of a snoozer of a
It is
card.
a snoozy card, dude. I don't know.
They didn't
It's
really-
not the craziest. I do like this main event, though. This main event, it really picks up some steam. We have Jimmy Crute taking on Alonzo Menafield. That's the first fight on the card, light heavyweight. Then we have Justin Taffa taking on Parker Porter, which, honestly, Parker Porter, dude, pick him up by decision. If he wins decision, he's won his last, I believe, 3 by decision. And he's won by decision every time. And if you've bet $100 on each of those fights, you'd be up $1,500.
Oh.
So, look for Parker Porter to win by... And I can see him doing it against Justin Taffa. Justin Taffa's not that great. 5-3. Not the craziest, dude. I mean, come on. Right after that, we have Jack Della Maddalena, the hometown boy,
Yep.
taking on Randy Brown. So they're in Perth, Australia. Jack Della Maddalena looking to put on a show.
Randy Brown is no fucking chump.
And he's no chump. Yeah, Randy Brown's the bigger guy,
Oh, yeah.
the taller man, so
More threatening, if you ask me.
more threatening. You got to be careful if you're Jack Della Maddalena there,
Jack, we got minus 340.
He's hometown.
He looks like he's going to, hometown. He honestly, though, he's on a hot streak right now, too.
For sure.
Coming off of 2 wins, 2 hot, steamy wins. You like that one?
That was funny.
Are you cold, dude? You put on a nice jacket over the nice
cold.
shirt?
It's cold in here.
It is kind of cold in here. You want to turn on? No. Just make him do a bunch of shit. All right. Right after that, we have Yair Rodriguez taking off Josh Emmett. This is the fight to really look for right here. This is going to be a good featherweight bout. It's
5
the
rounds.
co-main, 5 rounds.
Interim belt.
Yep, for the interim belt.
That's for the
And
interim.
actually, Volk called for it.
Yeah,
too, 'cause-
Volk championed for this opportunity because he felt he didn't want to hold up the division going up in weight. So the reason that this is a win-win is because that means whoever wins that interim belt is going to get pay-per-view points when they do fight, which means they're going to both make more money, as well as they're going to get championship purse. So this is the most selfless thing you can do shy of vacating your belt. And he doesn't need to do that because it's his backup plan. And like the reason Volk is the one going up in weight to challenge Islam is because Volk at the number 1 pound for pound ranking has kind of earned the privilege of being able to go challenge for a second belt, but to keep his first.
Yeah, he's a great.
When you're the badass, like of the two, he's got the legacy right now compared to Islam. If they both retire today, does Islam go to the UFC Hall of Fame? Maybe. Volk goes into every Hall of Fame.
This is a good fight, too. Yair Rodriguez taking on Josh Emmett. This is a really banger fight. Both of these guys deserve this spot. This is a striker fight. And I would be stupid if I say Josh Emmett is the favorite. I think Yair Rodriguez is the favorite. Winston, what are those lines?
Rodriguez, we got -188. And then Emmett, we got 152. So pretty even.
I mean, it's pretty even.
My money's on Emmett, bro.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I think Emmett.
Why do you think so?
Because, okay, so
wrestling?
That and like Yair is the more advanced striker of the two. He's got fancy kicks, fancy legs, like leg work, like leg kicks, etc. But I think when it boils down to like how they execute and who's the more practical striker, I think Emmett's the way more practical striker.
I agree.
I think that like more of Yair's
18-2, Josh Emmett.
More of Yair's crazy shots have the potential to be devastating and like fight ending, just like Josh Emmett's. But Josh Emmett's not gonna throw a strike like the Koreans are against the Korean Zombie, where he just goes down and throws a back upwards elbow. You're not gonna see that from him.
Don't call it now, bro. You never know.
I think that like Yair's key to victory is a head kick. I think that's it. I don't really see Yair winning outside
He's
of
a
like
good striker, dude.
Oh, I'm not belittling his striking. I think Josh Emmett is just gonna have his number. I think it's a stylistic matchup. It's possible. The thing, if Yair practices that Seagal kick that we've been seeing as of late, that would be a great key to victory for him.
That'd be crazy.
Because if you imagine Emmett's going to have kind of a wider stance with the hips, he's going to have his eyes on homie's hips because he wants to take him down. So, and on top of that, Yair's hips.
I don't know, but Josh Emmett's been knocking motherfuckers out. He might want to stand and trade.
Yair's hips are going to be dead giveaways for when he wants to like switch stances and like throw certain shit. So he's going to have to be training to read that.
But has Josh Emmett fought somebody of Yair's caliber
in
the striking game?
If you look up his prior bouts, I want to say he knocked out like Chad Mendez, one of his more memorable.
He has a decision win over Calvin Kattar last year. 2021, Emmett has a decision win over Danny Ige. 2020, a decision win over Shane Burgos. 2019, he knocked out Mizrad Bektik. He knocked out Michael Johnson.
Oh, that did happen. That was the only dude.
In 2019. He got knocked out by Jeremy Stevens in 2018.
Okay, so I imagine him having a different the Mendez win. But regardless, he just looks kind of like a juggernaut. And doesn't he fight with Alpha Male?
I think he does, yes.
So that's a hell of a training camp that they got going down there. I don't see him losing to Yair, but we're going to have to just wait and find out. Yair's a beast.
He did not fight Homeboy.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, this is a good fight. I can't wait to watch it.
I think it might be a better fight than the main event in terms of fanship. We're seeing a for sure striker going against a for sure striker as compared to the main event. You're going to see a for sure grappler go against Volkanovski, who's just good everywhere.
Well-rounded.
So you know what I mean? Like as fans, I think we're more likely going to see a knockout in this one than the main.
I agree.
And that gets me off the couch.
Who you got, Winston?
I don't know really either of these guys. I think I've seen Yair.
I do think you have. Yeah.
I think I've seen him fight before. I don't think I've seen Josh. We got -142 to go the distance.
I could see it going to the distance for sure.
Yeah, and then +135 for a KO TKO. So, split them.
They don't really know.
Yeah, toss up.
Toss up. I see it not going the distance personally. All right, let's talk about this main event, dude. Main event.
We've already been
UFC
speaking on
284. We've been speaking on it all night. Alexander Volkanovski taking on Islam Makhachev. Oh man, what are the odds again? What are the odds for that one again?
-330, 355 for Islam.
That's what it was.
270.
The disrespect for our boy Volk. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. He hasn't won a fight or hasn't lost a fight in how long?
I think they said that those two combined have they have a combined 30-some fight win streak between the two of them, because Islam lost I want to say his first or his second MMA bout, and I don't think he's lost but one since, if any. And then Volk, I don't think has even lost in the UFC. So
10, 11.
I think Volk's on like a 13 fight win streak.
12 fight win streak. This will be his 13th.
See,
This is not counting all these canceled bouts that I'm looking at. He's been in the UFC since 2016, has never lost in the UFC.
That's crazy.
Alexander Volkanovski is a boss. A lot of these wins are very notable people. Max Holloway, Korean Zombie at the end of his career. Let's not get it twisted. Brian Ortega, though, is up there.
ooh, we just got
Max
breaking.
Holloway.
I just got some breaking NBA news.
Breaking news.
First of all, Josh, shout out Josh, texted me seconds before Bleacher got it to me. So that's how you know I got
Josh
that,
is good, dude.
got that inside. So,
All right, let's put a pin in this fight.
So check this out. NBA deal in serious jeopardy. Gary Payton II failed physical, puts 4-team deal involving Golden State, Detroit, Portland, and Atlanta in doubt. The Warriors have, according to Josh, until Tuesday to accept or decline. Injury will keep Gary Payton out 3 months.
Good job, Gary.
Damn. Fucking Gary, dude.
Gary,
We could lose all those draft picks, which I was kind of like okay with.
I think you traded some of the draft picks to get Gary Payton.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. Well, regardless. All right. Breaking news just happened.
That was crazy. Wow.
Again, shout out Josh. You texted it before Bleacher got it to me.
Boom.
That's impressive.
That's
Breaking
pretty fire.
news live. That will happen, guys.
Everyone follow, I think it's at Josh Steele on Twitter for breaking sports news.
Boom. I mean, Alex and Islam is going to be a crazy fight.
I think it's
I
going to
just
be a boring
really hope
fight.
it's not one-sided for the Islam.
I see it happen. Here's the two ways I see it
Smashing.
happening. Like, and I'm just being, this is what I expect, as lame as it sounds. Islam might grind him and make it real, real boring. Or Volk is going to just have some distance control he's going to be so conscious of the sprawl for the takedown that Volk is going to be fighting at such a distance where it might look a little point fight-ish from him, but it's not because he's not trying to win. It's because if he gets close and gets taken down, that's like his key to losing.
Needs to land a nice shot.
Oh, as far as landing strikes on the feet,
We've seen Islam get knocked out before in the UFC. We've seen it. His first fight, I'm pretty sure. His first fight in the UFC, he got knocked out. Let me see.
I'm not sure. I just know that Volk
2015, Adriano Martins knocked out Islam Makhachev in the first round, 1 minute and 46 seconds.
Yeah, so that's possible to happen
Literally
again.
his first UFC fight, he got knocked out. So it's possible.
Now,
It's possible.
if Volk wins this and he wins this in devastating fashion, which I think is possible, if I had to put my bottom dollar on it, I think Volk will at that point, because of the state of the weight class, I think Volk says, "All right, I'm the lightweight champ now. Like, you guys, Emmett or Yair, you are now the undisputed because I'm vacating. I'm going to compete for this 155. I don't think they let him do both like they let, like, Amanda Nunes do both, because think about Volkanovski against anybody at 155. Like, think about it. Like, him versus, like, Michael Chandler. You know what I'm saying? Volkanovski Chandler?
yeah, that would be
Or,
crazy.
like, Volkanovski versus
That would be crazy.
Diamond
About that.
Poirier?
Yeah, nah.
Volkanovski versus
Let's chill.
I think Volkanovski's beating all those people.
me too.
Yeah.
Like,
You think so?
Chandler would be a
think so.
good run for his money. But, like, think about it. Like,
He's so much
who are the top?
smaller
If
than
you look
those
up all the
guys.
top 5 lightweights in the UFC, Volk against any of them is just take my money.
I would watch all of them, yeah. I would watch all of them.
Cool.
Crazy.
How do you guys-
UFC 284.
How do you guys think this is going to end? Because I got the odds for how methods of victory.
I think Volk wins.
Volk by knockout.
I say Volk UD. Unanimous.
I can see Volk UD too.
Okay, so Volk by points is plus 500. Volk KO TKO is plus 750.
So I'm more reasonable than you.
I think Islam by points, which is plus 210.
I don't. The only way Islam wins
That
by
would
points is
suck.
just a boring grappling match.
I don't think he's gonna submit Volk.
Islam
And that's the
wants
favorite.
to knock that. So we have to take all of this into consideration of what this guy really wants. Islam has stated multiple times, even at this their last press conference, he wants to knock him out. He wants to strike and knock him out. So
I don't
we
see it
know
happening.
what Islam is trying to push onto us. Will he stick to that word? I think if he does stick to that word,
He's in for a rough
Volk
night.
is gonna. Volk's gonna do some.
He's
Volk
gonna
shit.
paint Perth with Islam's
But
fucking blood.
I think as soon as Islam realizes he's not going to be doing what he's doing on the striking, he's going to take it down.
But
He's going to take it down.
I think Islam has to
But
know.
can Volk get back up? Can Volk get? That's the question.
This is
That's the question.
This is Islam's biggest test, like irrefutably, both stylistically and talent-wise. I don't know outside of stylistically if this is Volk's biggest test so far. Not to pinpoint any
don't
other
know either,
fighter. It's
honestly.
just we know that
It's his biggest ground
We know
test.
this is Islam's biggest fight, bar none, and like bigger than Oliveira. Because I think if Oliveira fights Volk, Volk takes that. Not even in question of that. That's my genuine opinion. So I don't know. I think Volk has more to gain, and Islam has more to lose, because we could have a double champ and Islam not have any belts, or we could have 2 champs Sunday. That's one or the other.
Craziness. I love it. I love it so much.
I want Volk to win. And
I want Volk to win
and then
so
just,
bad.
Bruh, 155 bouts with Volk would just be
Insane. Damn, I think we got through everything, guys. Look at us. We're killing it.
I think
We got
less
some time.
than 2 hours.
Less than
too.
2 hours. Lots of time. Should we build a parlay and get out of here?
I have a
do it.
unique idea.
What?
Let's have a parlay each.
A parlay each?
Mine's real simple.
All right, let's do the parlay each and then one together, though.
Mine's just a 2-part.
State it.
So money line Chiefs win the Super Bowl, and then
The same game? You're doing the same game?
Yeah, and then money line Volkanovski win and Emmett win.
Okay, so you're doing Emmett, Volk, and
Chiefs.
Okay, that's the Dave parlay.
Just as my own.
That's the off the top of the head. What about you, Winston? You going off the top?
I'm gonna go Eagles money line. Or no.
Ooh.
I'm going over 50.5 for the Super Bowl.
Nice.
I like
And
it.
then, hold on, let me alternate. Hold on. Jalen Hurts rushing yards, over 40.
That's what I would suggest.
That's a good pickup. I like that.
Minus 245.
That's
so
good,
that
dude.
gives me plus 146.
That's not
So
bad
that's-
at all.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
nothing
that.
crazy.
All right, so let's build
I don't know what
good
mine
old
was.
Rick.
If you want to check that.
Chiefs and then Volkanovski.
And Emmett.
Whoa. Opened our YouTube, sorry.
Do you have a 3-part parlay?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a 3-parter.
Josh Emmett, Alexander Volkanovski, and the Chiefs. All money line.
Damn, that's all underdogs. Oh wait. Damn, plus 1,800.
Nice, dude.
That's not an outlandish bet at all for those odds.
Plus 1,800?
It's crazy. If you bet $3, you would win $53.
Wow,
insane.
Dave. Dave's making parlays over here, dude.
I don't think that one's actually that aggressive.
I mean, Alex is plus 270, so that's the most aggressive one.
Yeah.
Chiefs are barely underdogs, and then Josh is barely an underdog.
Yeah, that's like coin flip odd, and then you have underdog, and then you have coin flip odd.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
But when you stack the three,
No, that's
we're
crazy.
talking some money.
Yeah.
Potential money.
That's like a 20-part parlay for a basketball game that I'd set up.
I bet you could even do that same parlay and then add like Mahomes over like 175 yards just to throw it on there to sweeten it even more, because I feel like he's definitely going to get 175 yards.
Yeah, that odds would be really basic. It wouldn't add too much to your odds.
Might hurt.
All right, I got my Rick G parlay.
All right, let's hear this.
Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown scorer.
For sure.
Right here, Dave.
Yeah,
a
Big
good one.
Zeus. That's what he goes by.
We're riding with the boy, Alexander Volkanovski. We're picking him up, dude. I don't care about the underdog score. I don't care at all. Alexander Volkanovski's on the lineup. And then right after or actually right before it, technically, we're picking up Jamie Malarkey. That's for you, Winston, dude. We're doing it right here. Boom. We got Jamie Malarkey, Alexander Volkanovski, and Travis Kelce in the parlay. That's what I'm talking
Good
about.
old
dude.
Jamie.
Good old Jamie. The Jamie Alex Travis parlay, dude. All right. That's a plus 916. So if you bet $5, you win 45. If you bet
Damn.
10, you win $91. I mean,
That's crazy.
I could see it happening. The only iffy one for me is Volk, obviously.
Yeah. That's
Well,
the
But
biggest
you know,
money.
Jamie, too.
I'm going for it. Yeah, but that's the biggest. Yeah, it's a plus 310
Gotcha.
added on here through FanDuel. But yeah, those are my picks for my parlay. Now let's build one together, guys. Let's build one together real quick.
So my leg of the parlay would probably be like,
You're gonna have to fuss and fight if you're picking money line Chiefs.
no, I'm talking like, maybe Mahomes over like 275 yards passing.
You were confident about that last time, dude, and it didn't happen.
We got minus 340 for that, so that's pretty good.
Minus 340, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
See what that looks like.
This
the
is a
final
big game,
odds, and
too.
if we have
That's
No,
good for
that's
a
a good
parlay.
pick.
Yeah, that's
So,
good.
yeah,
his,
here.
his career average is like 300 every game, so 275 I feel like is a reasonable expectation. He doesn't need to get that to win the game, but in his typical playing style, he'll probably
Are you doing 275 or 250?
275. Well, what's the
Oh.
difference in odds?
I thought you said 250.
If that's 250, those are pretty buttery odds at that.
250 is minus 340. 275 is minus 186.
What are you thinking?
250 is more like almost a guarantee to happen. I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so,
if you
we're
wanna
picking
be-
up the 340.
Since we're doing a parlay, let's do that.
All right,
Because
we're
I want
picking
this
up-
to be a gimme.
Yeah, plus, yeah, let's get the dub this time,
Let's
guys.
give these people gimme money.
Let's get the dub this time. We got a minus 350 pick of Pat Mahomes over 250 alternative yards. Let's see. I'm gonna go to UFC. What are you feeling, Winston?
I think I might go with the
Magdalena
no, I think I'm gonna go with the over for the 50.5.
on the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I think that's a good pick.
Really? So we're gonna do a same game parlay.
I agree with that because my prediction
Oh wait,
was
no,
like
we don't
over
have
60.
to. You don't have to do that, huh? Same
No.
game. Yeah, I didn't think so. Over 50.5, right?
Yeah, just the over.
Minus 115. I like it. It's a good pickup right there. Those are always minus 115s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Always.
supposed to be the flip of the coin.
All right, man. Who am I looking at for this UFC card? Who am I looking at?
You think
You know-
Tafa is going to win by KO?
No, I don't think he's going to win. Personally, he's the favorite, but I don't think he's going to win. I want to give us a better odd.
What
for this
about
parlay?
Yair Emmett over a round and a half?
It's a pretty good pickup, honestly.
Because I think that's either going to end instantly or it's going to go for a little bit. Because Yair is durable.
Yeah, he is. You know what would be a good pickup? Maybe the over 1.5 on the main event.
Or can you
That would
just
be good.
strictly bet for the co-main to end via stoppage, like to just not assign a winner, but to be like, I think the outcome of the co-main event will be a TKO.
Yeah, you can.
Just
yeah.
not go the distance.
Okay, then
No, you can do.
yeah, you can
bet
actually
on
do-
just a KO.
Yeah,
like
you can.
specifically
Yeah,
that.
Like how it will end. Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, if you could specifically bet that, like just KO finish without assigning the person, that could be a pretty lucrative bet for the co-main.
Let me think a little
Are
bit.
you trying to do MMA or?
I'm gonna do MMA for
Yeah,
sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, while Ricky's reading that, we got some other good bets. We got Mahomes over 1.5 for minus 188. I feel like that's a pretty good pickup. Mm-hmm. Travis Kelce over 7.5 receptions, minus 105. I feel like that's a pretty good pickup.
What about like Isaiah Pacheco to have like a dozen carries with no? Because I assume that they'll run the ball at least 12 times, but he's sharing the workload with Clyde and Deryk, so that might not be a clever bet.
I don't see total carries on here.
Okay, I didn't know if that was even a bettable stat. To be honest, I'm sure it is somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere probably. Total receptions.
Should we bet on the coin flip?
Is rare to me.
You can bet that the coin flip will be heads or tails. That's the most common bet in the whole Super Bowl I saw.
can.
It was like over $15 million on the outcome of the coin flip
you
being heads or tails.
can.
Really?
And tails is the leader by a huge margin.
Honestly,
Everyone's doing tails never fails.
yeah, that
Doesn't
kinda-
matter who gets the coin flip. It just is it heads or is
I'm
it
not
tails?
putting that in our parlay.
That's
Yeah.
a 50-50 parlay.
I'm not doing it.
Kind of pisses me off.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do something a little unconventional, and I'm gonna pick up the round 4, 5, or decision. That's a minus 118 pickup for the main event. Islam Makhachev, Alexander Volkanovski. I think it's gonna end in either round 4, round 5, or a decision, and that's a minus 118 pickup. That's a pretty good fucking line for what it is. So that's what we're gonna do, dude. And that puts us at. Hold on. I
So,
messed up my bet.
We're currently sitting at Super Bowl being over 50 some points.
50.5.
And then I have over 250 passing yards for Mahomes.
Yep.
And then you're going main event, UFC, Perth, whatever, 200 something.
ends in either round 4, 5, or decision.
So yeah, he's saying that it won't end earlier than the third.
Exactly.
That's the bet. If it won't win earlier than the third, 250 yards Mahomes, the over 50.5.
Boom.
And what's this parlay sitting at?
This parlay is sitting at a plus 273. 3-leg.
Nice.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, it's pretty much Alex Volkanovski's
Is
odds
what's-
to win.
It is, huh?
Yeah.
That's still crazy that
It's still good, though.
my 3-part parlay has got so much.
Dude, it is.
And I still, to this, don't think that is an outlandish bet.
It's not.
Chiefs winning, coin flip. Emmett winning, coin flip. Volk being the question mark.
Yeah.
Volk being the question mark, dude. That is your parlay. So take that, guys. Win your money. Win your money. Do we have anything else? I think that's it, right, for today?
All I know is it's going to be
Good.
bittersweet. Next episode will be the last episode. We talk about football for a short minute, with the exception of the draft in April. We'll definitely talk about that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm not holding my breath, but hopefully the XFL or USFL has like watchable games, because they're going to be on television. So I'm gonna tune in. It'll be a second monitor type of like entertainment for me. I'm not going to be undivided like a football game, but it's fun to watch. Some of those dudes make their way to the league. Like Turpin was like I think he was the USFL MVP, and then he makes his way to the Cowboys as return specialist.
He was pretty good.
Pretty sure he made the Pro Bowl, or like damn near. Regardless, there's talent that does squeak by into those leagues, and they will get to the NFL if they're really that good. So
Yeah. We could talk about the Pro Bowl. Did you guys a little bit?
I talk about the Pro
I
Bowl a
didn't
little bit. Who won?
watch.
I watched a little bit of it. I don't even know who
Here,
won.
I'll look it up.
When
but-
it's flag
I mean,
football,
it's flag football. I don't give
Exactly.
a shit.
teams like that. No one cares about the Pro Bowl
I hate
except
that
for
they
like
changed it.
Travis Kelce.
I
when he's
get
in
that
it.
they did that.
Yeah.
Like, no one wants to get hurt. I get it, but
Yeah. I mean,
why even do one then?
I saw Tyreek Hill get laid out by Jalen Ramsey.
It wasn't the craziest layout,
I mean,
but it was.
He didn't even try and hit him that hard.
Yeah,
He just like
dude flew.
Well, he was just, his momentum was carrying him, and then Tyreek Hill momentum was carrying him. Their momentums just hit each other. It wasn't like Jalen Ramsey was trying to hit him hard. So, I mean, I think it's kind of cool. Did I watch it? Fuck no.
Yeah, no.
But
Didn't care.
NBA All-Star game is way better.
Final,
yeah.
the final NFC wins against the AFC 35-33.
At least it was close. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, you won't catch me watching that. I just wanted to see what you guys thought about
Yeah, you
the
won't catch
flag
me watching
football.
shit. I don't like the flag football aspect. Like,
Yeah, I never watched it
No one
before
cares.
though. Either.
yeah, true.
remember-
I didn't either.
Do
Honestly.
you remember in COVID where they fucking played Madden? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't have a Pro Bowl when COVID happened. They just had players who agreed to play Madden.
That's
against each
kind of
other.
fire. Go back to that. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a little
Go
bit more
back to
fun.
that.
It's a little bit more fun to me, I guess,
Yeah,
because of the risk
they
reward.
could still do that though.
They can.
They could have a tournament. That'd be cool.
Crazy, man. So that has been your Sport Champs episode, what? 29, huh?
29.
Episode 29. If
Hell
you guys
yeah.
are still live with us, thank you so much. Sorry we didn't read the live chat at all, but that has been it. We did your parlay. We talked a lot of sports. My name is Rick G. February 14th. If you guys are still here, dropping a new song Without Me. That will be everywhere, so check that out. The pre-save is out now, so go check it out on Apple Music and stuff. So, yeah, that's it for me. Y'all want to say bye?
No.
Go Chiefs.
Yeah, I was gonna say the last thing I have to say is, go Chiefs. Let's go.